TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
In TNA, there are violent criminal offenders, and there are those who seek hard justice. These are their stories.
I'm an Olympic gold medalist. You spit in the face of an Olympic gold medalist. I looked him straight in the eyes. I said, Kurt, I didn't do anything. I did not sleep with your wife.
You can just see him being pummeled. This is an absolutely disgusting display.
At Hard Justice, I'm gonna come at you like I never came at anyone before.
Well, I'm gonna lay you out in front of the whole world at Hard Justice.
You insulted me, you hurt me, and now it's time for me to hurt you, AJ. That's right. This is personal.
Team 3D, 20 times the greatest and baddest tag team that's ever walked the planet.
Team 3D, you want to hurt us? You want to make us bleed? You want to end our livelihoods? Is that the game you want to play?
We fight, we brawl, we beat people up.
You jump in, try to break his neck, you put me through a glass table, you try to put us down and put us down and put us down again because you see that legacy could be pulled right out from underneath you.
I came here to TNA for one reason and one reason only, to prove that I am the best.
Sting! All of a sudden, he just decides it's gonna be him to take Joe out. Why is Sting doing this? Why, Sting? Why?
The wrestlers in the back want to know what's going on with Sting. I want to know what's going on with you, Sting.
Wait a minute, Sting just dropped the bed down. What the hell are you doing, Sting?
Your bat keeps knocking Samoa Joe out. One of the good guys here.
You can't blame Samoa Joe for snapping after everything that he's gone through.
This is my 6 sides of steel with weapons.
How can the icon do this once again?
Oh yes, the real Batman will show up tonight.
Oh, guys, we got Sting. Sting! What are you doing here tonight at Hard Justice? Sting, can you please explain your actions for the last few weeks? The people need to know. Sting, what about the attack on Samoa Joe at... Sting, please, we need answers. The people need answers. Anything, any little bit will help. Please, Sting. What's been going on? Sting, please.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Anything you can give
Sting
me,
has
please.
arrived.
Any answer.
As you can see, he's entering the building. What kind of impact will Sting have tonight at Hard Justice?
TNA, how y'all feeling? They say it ain't where you from, it's where you at. Must have been it who moved, started all that. Cause I've been around the world and I'ma be a Harlem kid till I die. They say it ain't where you from, it's where you at. TNA Wrestling started all that. Cause I've been around the world and TNA Hard Justice, cross the line. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. 105 on the map, Bricks of Harlem to the Bronx, where it started. Walking back up, blow horns like Charlie Parker. We some martyrs, different era, same class, living out the same path. Leaning on the track like I'm leaning in the back. Back around the world, living out the same path. Like speaking like a map, I can make you lean back. Got the things that click, clap, home world, Audubon. The place where they first rap, building 733. Home of the first crack, the birth of break dancing. Turning on their back, it's filthy and cash with that ya. Holler rap, nigga, till I die, ya. Grandmaster Casanova, he's fly, ya. And Brickman, bro, cut them pie, ya. Ha. Where you from? It's where you at. Must have been somebody that moved who started all that. I've been around the world and but I'ma be a bronze brother till I die, Yeah, where you from? It's where you at. Must have been somebody who moved who started all that. I've been around the world and but I'ma be a bronze brother till I die, See, I'm a bronze brother and I don't beg your pardon. I was 12 or 13 when hip hop was started. I helped lay the cement when the concrete hardened. I watch hip hop grow up, the concrete garden. I put it in around the world as well as the hood. Put the PX on the map, left as well as I could. I
I ain't visiting a chick, I got keys, I'm a resident. I ain't no client, I'm the president. 43rd precinct, your view is the hood. See, our corner's kinda cozy, we get in it good. See, we live by the water, we catch me fishing. Same area, that's me dancing. We block from the Brooklyn, not far from the DJ. Not far away from the Cross Bronx Expressway. I'm not hard to find, right by the zoo, by the Gorilla Cage. Holla at a brother, ooh, ooh. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. Must have been the brother who moved, who started all that. Cause I've been around the world and but I'ma be a Harlem kid till I die, It ain't where you from, it's where you at. Must have been somebody started all that. Cause I've been around the world and TNA Hard Justice, cross the line. Woo! TNA in the building. Everybody make some noise. Come on. Let me hear you say TNA. Y'all say TNA. TNA. When I say TNA, y'all say TNA. TNA. When I say TNA, y'all say TNA.
You see the many eras, the different generations of hip-hop united. Filthy, Grandmaster Kaz, and Melly Mel open tonight's Hard Justice pay-per-view from Trenton, New Jersey.
For violence.
It's Mike Tenay and Don West at ringside. Welcome, everyone. This is TNA's pay-per-view debut in the Garden State of New Jersey. It's time for Hard Justice. Don West, we saw the arrival of Sting minutes ago. Big question, how will he impact tonight's event?
Well, that's definitely the question. And the bottom line is we know that he's here. It's not something that we've got to speculate on. But one thing we do know, we've got an incredible lineup for you tonight with so many great things. And here we go. One of them is the Brawl and Chain match. It's Black Machismo and the Guru Sanjay Dutt. One of them is going to get humiliated.
Get ready for the TNA Knockouts in 6-woman tag team action. The beautiful people in Awesome Kong to face Taylor Wilde, Gail Kim, and ODB.
It's going to be a New Jersey street fight. Christian Cage and the War Machine Rhino take on Brother Ray, Brother Devon of Team 3D.
Championship matchup involving the X Division. The challenger, Consequences Creed, gunning for his first TNA championship. The title holder, Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams.
Beer Money Incorporated and LAX for the tag team titles. Who's gonna come out victorious wearing the belts?
Personal rivalry finally gets settled tonight. Last man standing rules. The phenomenal AJ Styles and the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle.
And Booker T has upped the violence level as it's 6 sides of steel surrounded with weapons. Booker T, Samoa Joe for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
And on top of that, Don West, we do know Sting is here in the building. We hope to answer the question on how he will impact Hard Justice. What do you say? We kick off the pay-per-view event with the X Division title matchup. It is time for the first of 3 championship matches tonight at Hard Justice. The No Limits X Division title is on the line, and let's break it down. Let's look at the bullet points. Let's look at the X Factors. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner out rehabbing his torn ACL. Petey Williams has only Raka Khan in his corner. Recently on Impact, Consequences Creed knocked off Petey Williams. Jim Cornette immediately signed him for a title match. Will tonight be the night that Consequences Creed takes the biggest step of his career, his chance to join the elite of TNA by capturing the X Division Championship? It's next.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opening contest live at Hard Justice. It is for the TNA X Division Championship, scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, Consequences Creed.
We have watched this young man's career absolutely skyrocket in recent recent weeks here in TNA. The big win. Many people calling it an upset, the non-title matchup where he defeated Maple Leaf Muscle. Petey Williams opened up the eyes of many people, including Jim Cornette.
Well, this man proves that it doesn't take years if you work hard enough. This is his shot tonight for glory.
His opponent, accompanied to the ring by Raka Khan from Windsor, Ontario, Canada. He is the TNA X Division champion, Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams.
No question when you break it down. You look at the strong points of both champion and challenger, you realize that Petey Williams has been in so many more high-profile matches than his opponent, Consequences Creed.
And you know, a lot of you may think that, well, since Scott Steiner's not at his side, that it puts him at a disadvantage. I don't believe that for a minute. I believe he did his job. This guy is so prepared. And one thing about it, he knows he's defending his title tonight. He knows a lot of people are looking at Consequences Creed as maybe a favorite, maybe to upset him. Also, keep your eyes on Raka Khan. One thing we know about her, she'll try to figure out a way to manipulate herself in this match. Anything if she sees that Petey Williams is in trouble.
Petey Williams, two-time X Division champion. He has held the title belt since the month of April when he defeated Black Machismo Jay Lethal, and there you see the gold held high ahead by referee Slick Johnson. The X Division championship belt goes to the winner of our opening match tonight at Hard Justice here in Trenton, New Jersey.
One thing we know, Consequences Creed, the confidence level is high. He knows he can do it, he's done it before. But what he's got to do is to make sure he doesn't get too confident. Don't let those emotions take over. Petey Williams has been there, done that. He knows how to gauge himself in a match like this. He knows that there's going to be times when you're going to be on the downside. You've just got to play through that. Consequences Creed has got to make sure he doesn't burn himself out too quickly in this match, Mike, just because he's so fired up.
Absolutely have to agree with you, Don. At the same time, he's got to maintain his focus on the task at hand, and that is the X Division Championship belt. Sure, feed off the crowd. No question about that. Use the crowd to your advantage if you really need to, if you must. Consequences Creed, Petey Williams here for the X Division title.
One thing you also got to be aware of, especially if you're Consequences Creed, is if somehow you find yourself on the wrong end of the Canadian Destroyer, well, you don't get up from it. That's something you can just pretty much guarantee. So he's got to make sure he doesn't screw up and find himself in that. Right now, nice start. I like how he landed right there on the hand of Petey Williams.
Immediately goes for the cover, but Petey Williams able to power out. Going to take him up to his shoulders now. Petey able to roll through, however, and catch the arm drag on Creed. Here comes the Canadian Destroyer way too early.
Well, you can even feel the crowd's anticipation level. They know it's just something so exciting when he does hit it. Raka Khan looking on intently, looking for an opportunity. She's just kind of watching things right now with Petey, seeing how he's reacting. And I like what Petey Williams is doing. He's just gauging Consequences Creed. He's not getting himself too up, too down. He's just kind of trying to pick his own pace, Mike.
You've been talking about the Canadian Destroyer, that flip pile driver, as we see Creed take him high overhead with the press slam and then driving both knees right into the gut of Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams. At the same time, Petey Williams has to be looking out for the Creed-DT of Consequences Creed, who just goes airborne. I don't know, did he get enough height on that? I thought he caught his back on the apron.
He caught the back of his head on the apron, but look at him. He's getting up, and he's letting the crowd know he's okay. He was trying to be so smooth and glide over the top. Shows you how dangerous a high-risk move like that can be as you see him catch that head on the ring apron. But let me tell you something, when you're in the kind of physical condition that Consequences Creed is in, you can sustain something like that and come back from him. Now Petey Williams, he senses that he's injured. He senses that Consequences Creed's hurting more than he's letting on. He attacked right at it, went at the vulnerable point right there. Raka Khan, referee distracted. She makes sure she gets a shot in, and right now, Consequences Creed is in trouble. And Petey Williams can smell it, and it can happen that quickly. A move that should have kept the momentum going for Consequences Creed as he leaped over the top rope, catching his head on that ring apron, and Petey Williams now is dictating everything. 1, 2. Close. Consequences Creed has got to find a way. You can see him still holding the back of that head. You wonder how bad he's hurt. You hope it's nothing too severe, but he's going to have to fight through the pain, Mike, today and just keep going.
Creed fighting from the mat. Series of shots, the rights, the lefts. Got Petey backing up momentarily, measures it. Shots with the lefts, right on the point of the jaw. Gonna wind up for a big right, does the splits, but he's done that before. He telegraphed the move, and Petey Williams made him pay for it.
Well, you know Petey Williams scouted this opponent. He watched as much tape of that defeat that he had at the hands of Consequences Creed. He knows Consequences Creed likes to use a little flash, just some things to pick up the crowd. He was waiting for that one, Mike. He was waiting for it, and he was ready.
Crowd here in Trenton behind the reigning champion, at least at this point. Behind Petey Williams. He just overpowers Creed into the corner. Jackson with a big right. Gonna try and send him across now, and Creed slides through. Good move out to the floor, but then Petey's right on him. Another drop kick. This one's directed to the legs.
How about how quickly Petey closed the gap? Look at it now, over the top. Nails the Hurricane Rana. Perfectly placed, and I like how he did it where he just kind of a little extra oomph there on that neck, and you can see Consequences Creed laying down and in pain. We got to see a replay of that if we can. Look at how he hits this, and then there, a little extra motion, and he jerks that knee, he jerks that neck right over on Consequences Creed.
Absolutely flawless execution from the slingshot move right into that great Hurricane Rana out on the floor, and Petey Williams is in control in this matchup, and sort of a surprise the way the fans are responding here. Creed gonna try and fight back. Quick double leg, gonna go for the roll up, gets a count of 2 only.
Well, I think Consequences Creed's going to have that early on like this because he's not known as much in a lot of places. Petey Williams, nice hesitation drop kick, kind of a la Chris Sabin there, and nails him on the back. But Petey Williams is feeding off this crowd. For some reason, he can hear it, he knows it. They seem to be behind him in a big bulk, and he's feeding off of it. And Consequences Creed, he's got to tune all that out.
And then you see the pose down by Petey Williams, emulating his mentor, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Rake of the eyes by Petey Williams as Creed, now you can see, trying to fight back, but his vision has been impaired by the rake of the eyes by Petey Williams, and no luck with those shots from Creed.
No, he's just throwing haymakers, hoping he can catch something and turn it around. Oh! I'll tell you what, that'll turn it around in a hurry as he hit that flush. I mean, this super kick that he lays on Petey Williams almost takes his head off. And you can see Consequences Creed, he knows it. This is his chance to turn this thing around.
Both champion and challenger down. Petey Williams actually up to his feet, the champ up at about 4 or 5. Creed still down, and Petey right on it. Forearm shot, but Creed answers with one of his own.
Well, Consequences Creed now is willing to trade off and just take shot for shot. He feels he might have a strength advantage. I wouldn't say that when it comes to Petey Williams. He's a workout freak. We know that. Now look at him. They're just throwing forearm shivers. One shot after another. And look at Creed. He feels it. He's got a couple in a row.
Shot off into the corner. Here comes Petey. Caught him with that lariat, but then Creed comes right back and drops him with the left arm. Then the point of the elbow on target. Creed again to the offense. Now he's got the champ reeling.
Well, he used that speed to shorten the ring, shorten it to his advantage. Kind of going after Petey in his own game, a power game at this point. And Petey now takes a wild swing and misses. And Creed, and look at that, jumped up on top of the ropes and just took that headed bulldog right down in the mat.
Springboard into the face plant is right. Creed on fire after the shots, drops down, and oh man, did he just catch him with a knockout blow? Here we go, here's the pin, here's 2, no, 2 only, shoulder up.
I'll tell you what though, you know Petey Williams' bell is wrong when he just got his face planted that hard. I mean, it was just unbelievable torque that Consequences Creed was able to get off of that top rope and drive it down into the mat. See now Petey Williams turning around and look at this. Just spins it around and he goes into that side Russian leg sweep and he nails it.
Motions to the crowd. It could be time for the flip pile driver. Could be time for the Canadian Destroyer. Creed slowly back up to the vertical base. Doubles him over with the boot. Here it comes.
And he hit it!
No.
Oh, he couldn't quite turn it around, but I tell you what, he doesn't stop. He goes right into it, spin kicks, and then uses that jawbreaker. But look at Creed! Just springs up like it was nothing.
Nice comeback move by Creed, taking advantage of the situation. Caught Petey completely unaware. Watch Creed measure, gonna charge at Petey, but Petey outside in with the shoulder block.
Petey Williams now looking at it, goes right on top and right onto the shoulders. And Consequences Creed showing that strength. But look at Petey. He just powers him down. Oh, it was close.
Real close. Wow. Now Creed gonna try the backslide this time. Shoulders of Petey down for barely 2. Quick reversal here, and you see Creed, nice agility to land on his feet. Missed with the clothesline, did not miss with that kick.
Caught him right in the back of the head. This is a great opportunity now as Consequences Creed takes him up again and again, showing that strength as he's, oh, look. Petey Williams able to turn it around, and here it is. Going for that sharpshooter.
Oh, he's got it. Sharpshooter applied. Look at the ring positioning. Dead center, right in the middle of the 6-sided ring. What's Consequences Creed gonna do? Is he gonna tap?
He's fighting off the pain right now. He's just in a very bad spot, and he's right in the middle like you pointed out. Look at him, just trying to use that strength to get to the ropes. I mean, that's just digging down deep, giving everything you've got. And look at how Petey grabbed the arm to keep him from grabbing that rope, and look at him fighting
so
through
close.
it. And he got it.
Away, and finally he's able to reach out and grab the bottom rope and get the break.
Petey Williams, you can see him trying to get to his feet. Consequences Creed has got to be in unbelievable pain as Petey just had that cinched in and just pulled back on the back. And Consequences Creed, you can just see him. It's like the energy's just leaving him as he's having a hard time even getting to his feet, and now Petey Williams is taunting him. Whoa.
Knife edge chop, drilled him right in the chest, and it's almost as if Creed wants to feed off of these chops, but Petey drills him again. Creed just said, you can hear it. He said, come on, bring it on.
Look at that, he's like he's using Petey Williams right now and using it to psych himself up, and Petey just starts raining blows on the head, but look at his Consequences. Creed gets to his feet, takes another shot, but he's feeding off of it, Mike. He's feeding off of it. Look at this.
There's the release suplex by Creed. Petey in trouble in the corner. Here comes the challenger, goes airborne, drops down to the big shot, and then how about that knee up into the face?
Well, he just brought that knee in. Oh, there's the Creed ET. The Creed ET, here it is. Can he finish him off? He wants to do it in grand fashion. He wants to win that X Division title with something spectacular. And here he goes to the top rope. Look at him just savoring the moment. And he hits the leg drop. Can he finish it, Mike?
Here's the cover. Legs hook. There's 2.
Oh, man. No way.
Look at Raka Khan up on the ring apron. Obvious concern on her part. What is she doing in the ring now?
Well, she's trying to give Petey Williams some time to catch his breath, some time to get his composure. She takes that big shot and look at him. He takes it right up, and she wants to get in there with the big boys, and he's going to deal the punishment on her, and he does.
Knockout blow from Consequences Creed on Raka Khan. But you're right, boy, what an opportunity for Petey Williams to get the tank filled. Here it comes.
Oh, again, though, Consequences Creed ready for it. Puts it right there and just kind of... He got it. No! Unreal. I thought he had him. I thought he had him stitched in. It was the way he won it the last match he had against Petey Williams. That exact same way.
Well, now what? Now what's this all about? Sheikh Abdul Bashir coming down the ramp. Boy, we've seen him on Impact in recent weeks, Don West, with his anti-American rant. He's picked up a steel chair.
Well, there's no point for him to be here. He's just trying, oh, look at that, the shot on the back of Consequences Creed. And he just injected himself into this match for no reason whatsoever. And now here comes the Canadian Destroyer, Mike. He's got it, and he hits it. Unbelievable. Creed, no way, it is done.
Here is your winner, still TNA X Division Champion, Maple Leaf Muscle, Petey Williams.
First, the interference by Raka Khan. Then the blatant move with the steel chair shot by Sheikh Abdul Bashir. It enables Petey Williams, Maple Leaf Muscle, to hit his patented finishing move, that sick flip pile driver, the Canadian Destroyer, and Petey Williams remains X Division champ.
Well, it pisses you off because you saw this young man, Consequences Creed, fight back from the neck injury early on when he caught the ring apron. fight back with everything he had. Oh. Like anybody wants to hear what he's got to say.
Don't film me. Get in here.
What is he doing? Taking one of the TNA cameramen and bringing him into the ring.
Show them red, white, and blue. Broken, beaten, crying, whimpering on the floor. That is perfect representation of this pathetic country. I said film him! You want to be the American dream? You were just destroyed by the Middle Eastern nightmare. You will all be owned by Sheikh Abdul Bashir.
Sheikh Abdul Bashir makes his mark tonight at Hard Justice. The interference with the steel chair enables Petey Williams to remain X Division champion.
I'm trying to figure out Petey Williams' reaction here as he's looking on it. And Sheikh Abdul Bashir, one thing about it he is doing is leaving with that X Division title. He had that opportunity, and because of Bashir, he was able to hit that Canadian Destroyer.
To the back, Jeremy Borash standing by with Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash. Samoa Joe, you faced one of the toughest battles of your career tonight, defending the World Heavyweight Championship inside 6 sides of steel with weapons hanging above against Booker T. However, I have to ask you, at this point, knowing that Sting is here tonight in New Jersey, in this very building, does that distract you in your focus for your match tonight?
Distract me? Nah, JB. I've been more focused than I've ever been. You see, Sting, I know 2 things now. 1, you're here. Number 2, I know what I got to do. You see, I'm tired of the hocus pocus. I'm tired of the light show. I'm tired of showtime. No. It's my time, Sting. And I'll tell you what, I could give a damn about whatever issues you're having. Your biggest issue now is with me.
Hold on, Joe. I mean, let's think this out for a second. I mean, you remember Victory Road, right? You had your hands full with Book, man. You can't be worried about him. You need your focus to be on Booker tonight. If you trust me, you trust I got your back, let Big Kev take care of Sting. I'll go right now, man. And I promise you, he will not be down the ring tonight.
You know, he's right. It is about you tonight, Booker, now, isn't it? So I'll tell you what. Booker, this poo-putt paper champion is going to walk down that aisle. He's going to climb in that cage with you. And you know what's going to happen, Book? This wannabe indie worker is going to stomp your ass all over New Jersey and take his belt back. I am Samoa Joe, Book. I am the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And tonight, you will learn, by God, I am pro wrestling.
There were once 2 evil stepsisters.
Look at me. I know, look at me.
Who knew how to bring it. The beautiful people were prepared to do what they could to destroy the forces of good and take over TNA.
We should be knockout champion, not you!
They schemed and plotted, attempting to demolish the 3 women warriors who protected the land.
Gail, ODB, and Little Miss Champ, Taylor. You wanted it, you got it.
And to finish the job, they brought a beast.
This is Queen Kong.
So the warriors fought, but this story is no fairy tale, and there is no happy ending. Gail Kim, ODB, and TNA Women's Knockout Champion Taylor Wilde must stand together against the Beauties and the Beast. The Beautiful People and Awesome Kong battle Taylor Wilde, Gail Kim, and ODB.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a TNA Knockout 6-Women Tag Team Contest. Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, your special referee, Tracy Brooks.
In recent weeks, we have seen Tracy Brooks lobbying with Jim Cornette from TNA Management. She wants, obviously, to play more of a role when it comes to controlling the sometimes out-of-control TNA Knockouts. We saw her debut in the referee stripes this past Thursday on Impact when she was the referee for that bimbo brawl between Roxy and Jacqueline.
And introducing the participants first, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. They are the beautiful people.
You know, speaking of Tracy, I thought she did a great job on Impact a few days ago, but she's going to have her hands full tonight. One thing about it, with the beautiful people, we know that there's nothing that they won't try to do, no underhanded trick that they won't try. And the fact that they were able to bring Awesome Kong and Raisa Saeed over to their side makes this group, in my mind, something that's going to be awful hard to beat, Mike, today.
I mean, it's one thing for Tracy Brooks to be in charge of a one-on-one matchup like we saw this week on Impact. Certainly another, Don, when there's 6 of the TNA Knockouts involved in this one match. It's going to be quite a job for Tracy Brooks to maintain some law and order.
This is still, though, the best part of the beautiful people. I will give them that. About the only nice thing you can say about it when it's all said and done. But I'll tell you one thing you've got to give them. Is they have turned themselves relevant in this knockout division. They have made it to where you have to watch everything they do. They've been so close already. As we know, Velvet Sky almost had a championship. They know their power's growing in the knockout division, Mike.
And their tag team partner, accompanied to the ring by Raisa Saeed. She stands 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighs 272 3/8 pounds. She is Awesome Kong.
You talked about the pairing of the beautiful people with Awesome Kong and the force that it has become here in the TNA Knockout division. We have a chance to see it up close and personal in this 6th knockout tag team match. Without question, Awesome Kong, the most dominant of all the TNA Knockouts to date. And now add in the obnoxious, beautiful people, Raisa Saeed at ringside. Talk about a force to be reckoned with. That's what they are in the knockout division.
Well, they used Awesome Kong's hatred for Gail Kim and, of course, Taylor Wilde after everything that's happened at ODB. And they used it to get her into their circle. And, man, with Awesome Kong by your side, you're almost unbeatable.
And their opponents first, from Minneapolis, Minnesota,
One thing that we have seen from the opposition team to the beautiful people in Awesome Kong is unity in recent weeks. Whenever the beautiful people in Kong get out of control, ODB, Gail Kim, Taylor Wilde, they are there to back each other up.
Well, that's one thing that the beautiful people do. They trade on you so bad that you'll look for any kind of help you can get just to put a beat down on them. One thing also about ODB, her unpredictability. She's not afraid of anything, and you don't have any idea what she's going to do next.
her tag team partner from Tampa, Florida, Kim.
We talk about Awesome Kong being the dominant force in the knockout division. At the same time, when you refer back, you look at the history of the TNA Knockouts, it was Gail Kim, really the pioneer of this group.
Oh, I don't think there's any argument. Probably the best pure women's wrestler today. I mean, she really is such a competitor and can do so many things.
And their tag team partner from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. She is the TNA Women's Knockout Champion,
a real wild card when it comes to the knockouts. The reigning title holder, Taylor Wilde, who made her name by coming out of the crowd at the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida, and pulling off simply the biggest upset in TNA's 6+ year history when she defeated Awesome Kong to win that Knockout Championship belt.
I mean, quit is not a word in this woman's vocabulary. She had a goal. She was going to be heard. She kept coming down and kept coming down. And when she had the opportunity, she always took advantage of it. And I don't know what it is about matchups, but there's one thing about Taylor Wilde. When she gets one-on-one with Awesome Kong, you can't understand how she does it, but she always figures out a way to slip one by her, and that's just something we haven't seen anybody do on a consistent basis with Awesome Kong.
I mean, absolutely unheard of that anybody would have Awesome Kong's number like Taylor Wilde has. And you know that it just grates on Awesome Kong and Raisha Saeed. They're obviously looking at this knockout tag team match as a platform to get some payback against Taylor Wilde.
Well, Team Wilde here, of course, is going to be aware of where Awesome Kong is at all times. Don't take your eyes off Angelina Love. She's somebody else in that ring that you underestimate her and she'll make you pay. She's got great ring skills. It's not just that she can really get under that skin like she can, like she's trying to do to ODB right there, and ODB just kind of pancakes her to get this thing started.
Well, I don't think anybody gets under the skin of other people like the beautiful people, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. Now factor in big Awesome Kong on their side, in their corner. They are absolutely impossible to deal with. And how about this? Angelina turns things over to Velvet Sky, and now Velvet's going to start off against ODB.
Kind of an interesting game plan. I almost think you start out strong with Awesome Kong and send a message. Try to send a message right off, and now what? She wants to make it smell better, I guess.
I don't know.
They just don't quite smell like the beautiful people.
Spraying it around ringside at the cameramen, the photographers, as well as their opponents.
I don't think ODB's ever had that kind of spray put on her, to my knowledge. But all he's going to do is upset her. And look at this, Velvet Sky. You don't even want to brawl with ODB. And look at that.
Wow.
He went for the low blow, but look at Velvet Sky. She trapped the foot, caught it, and then she caught the clothesline.
Boy, did she ever catch the clothesline that decked her, dropped her. Wait a minute. Going to use that for a spray or going to use it?
She might use it for a cocktail.
You never know. There might
does she like?
There might be some alcohol in there of some form.
ODB's thinking about it. Oh, okay. All right, Mike.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, of course she would. Well, somebody will be happy about that, I'm sure.
Here comes Gail Kim charging across the ring, taking down Velvet Sky. Quick follow-up shots, the series of forearms. Wow, did you see that one snap her neck back?
Well, she's all business. That's one thing about Gail Kim. I mean, she was just chomping at the bit over there. She's watching this thing going down between ODB and the beautiful people. All she wants to do is get in there and kick some ass. And look at her. She's so quick. She climbs them ropes, too, trying to put a real quick stop on this. But look at her. Goes right after with the boots. I mean, she can hit you so many ways.
Yeah, look at this agility. Then when she climbs the ropes, maintains the grip, fires Velvet Sky across the ring. This is exactly what Gail Kim stands for. You're right, Don, being the best as a wrestler, as a competitor.
Well, she's setting the tone. There's no doubt about it. One thing she's got to be careful. She needs to make sure, and she did it right there with Taylor Wilde. Good move. To make sure they do quick tags. You don't want to be out there tired when Awesome Kong gets a hold of you. You're going to need every bit of your strength at all times. Angelina Love, look at this. Getting real physical here with Taylor Wilde and just putting the boots to her.
But the upset queen, Taylor Wilde, fights back, the knockout champ. After the forearms, the quick reversal, she gets shot off into the ropes, but look at that. Great move by Taylor Wilde, concluding with the arm drag, and as soon as Angelina gets to her feet, she drops her, caught her with the drop kick.
You know, the more you see her, the more impressed you are. She just is somebody that we've got to watch here. I mean, what a start it was for Taylor Wilde, but you know what? She really is a good technical wrestler, and that's what makes her so fun to watch. You have to beat the likes of Awesome Kong. And look at Awesome Kong. She's got this stare I'm looking at. She wants Taylor Wilde. Look at her. She wants Taylor Wilde so bad she can taste it, and she's been thinking about nothing but crushing Taylor Wilde, and she better be careful because you don't want to overlook Gail Kim and ODB.
Total tunnel vision from Awesome Kong, but as she comes in, Taylor's ready for her. Caught her with a couple of kicks. But then that's the wall that you run into, the near 300 pounds behind Kong, and gonna turn things over. Look at Gail Kim, rapid fire shots. Gail on the offensive, but gets caught in mid-move.
Wow, just tosses her right back into the corner. That strength of Awesome Kong is so impressive. Now ODB gonna try to get physical with her, and ODB's about the only one that can trade blows with her like this, Mike. Look at her.
Boy, it's tough to match Kong when it comes to the power game. Evidence right there, but ODB didn't go down, stays on her feet. Wild swing with the clothesline, but that's what we're talking about. You just get overpowered when Kong puts her mind to it and puts all of her weight behind a move like that.
Well, it was a great move by Awesome Kong. She realized that ODB was coming off those ropes, so ODB had no choice. She was going right into her. She cut that distance in half and then just uses that body as a weapon. Now, you see Taylor Wilde, Gail Kim doing the double team. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to work in pairs with Awesome Kong at all times. Look at her just break through that grip and then kill him with a double clothesline.
I was going to say, probably a pretty good strategy by Gail Kim and Taylor Wilde, but that game plan derailed with Kong's power. ODB tries to match her again. This time Kong shoots her off, and you see, here comes Taylor.
Oh, nice
little
combination.
high-low move that time. High-low takes down Awesome Kong.
Well, that's what you've got to do, and they're smart. They're hitting there from every angle, from every side. They're not allowing Awesome Kong to get herself comfortable, and they got her mad. She charged like a bull, and then they just lower those ropes, and that's where gravity took her. Right out there to the floor.
Outquicking your opponent. That's what got the Knockout Championship belt for Taylor Wilde, and they did that just there as Kong crashes onto the arena floor after going over the top rope, and you can see beautiful people there to check on their partner.
Oh, yeah, they know she's their meal ticket, and they got to make sure she's all right because the numbers game too much for the beautiful people. Although, keep your eyes on Raisha Saeed. She's another one of those that'll take advantage of a situation. But look at ODB. They can smell it in the water. They know that they've got Awesome Kong vulnerable, and they've had a great game plan, Mike. Of just hit. Oh, Raisha Saeed, as we say it, come around, and sure enough, you see the momentum going one way, and she turned it around.
And you can see Tracy Brooks drops down onto the arena floor for a confrontation with Saeed right here next to the broadcast table while Kong is tossing ODB around the ring. I think Tracy wants to send Saeed to the back.
Oh, she is. She's sending her out of here, and that's one thing you got to like. Tracy Brooks is trying to do whatever she can to keep things fair. And now Awesome Kong is looking, and she just realizes that Raisha Saeed is going up the tunnel, and oh man, she's almost confused. This might be a good opportunity right now for Taylor Wilde, and now Tracy, though, a little scared with
Look at that intimidation factor by Awesome Kong swinging at the referee, but then ODB spits right in Kong's face.
Oh, but Awesome Kong, that just infuriated her, and she just grabbed her by the neck and put her right there over there by the beautiful people, and there was nowhere for ODB to go.
Boy, you've got to give props to Tracy Brooks for sending Saeed to the back as Velvet Sky gets a near fall here on ODB. I think Tracy Brooks really sending word to Jim Cornette that she can control these girls.
Well, now Velvet Sky using that octopus type move that she does, and she bites right there on that forearm, and it's just, think about it. Look at her, she's trying to really dig those teeth in. Something like that though might turn on ODB, you don't know, but look at her. And ODB just kind of backs into those turnbuckles.
That's a good move. Use your power, and then you can see using your backside as well to squash Velvet in the corner, but ODB slowly making her way across. Is it going to be Gail Kim or is it going to be Taylor Wilde?
Well, she goes and gets the tag to Gail Kim, and now these two, boy, do they have a history. You talk about no love lost. Angelina Love, Gail Kim. These two just cannot stand each other. Oh, nice counter by Angelina Love, Mike.
Boy, it sure was. Gail went for that necktie type move, but Angelina's been on the receiving end of that before, obviously. She was able to fight it off. Gail rolls out of the way, but Angelina just took Gail Kim and snapped her neck right across the top. Oh, sent her out here to the floor. She went right into that steel.
Right into the steel rail, and you said it. Angelina Love had an answer for everything that Gail Kim did. Gail Kim would use that speed, but Angelina Love anticipated it. And that's what I was talking about earlier. You cannot underestimate Angelina. She is so good in the ring. She's been so close to beating Gail Kim on many an occasion. And she, you know, she can see right here, she just wants to continue on.
And Don, as we've seen in those rough cut segments on Impact recently, there's that personal rivalry between Angelina Love and Gail Kim that dates back years.
Well, I think a lot of these people, especially the beautiful people, feel that Gail gets kind of special treatment, and she's kind of like what started the knockout division. Well, I'll tell you, she earned everything. Every applause she gets, she earned. Some people, it's just jealousy and they can't stand it. But look at this, Angelina Love relentless now. She's trying to pound her face.
Almost as if the beautiful people will feed off of that jealousy as we see Angelina from the mount with shots, and now the blatant chokehold. Tracy Brooks putting in the count, and Tracy's going to get physical with Angelina.
Got to give Tracy Brooks credit. She's done a great job. I think the cadence is the same no matter whose shoulders are on the mat. She's been doing an incredible job. Angelina Love, though, trying to intimidate her. Anything she can do to kind of disrupt her, but I don't think Tracy Brooks is buying it. Wow, what force.
And Tracy's not backing down at all. That was a bad landing for Gail Kim in the corner. Went back first into the turnbuckle and then crashed right down to the canvas. And you can see Angelina with that boot right across the windpipe. And Tracy Brooks gets right in the face of Angelina Love and pulls her off the move. And Angelina shoves back.
Oh, you can see Tracy Brooks is trying to hold it in.
It's like a slow boil, isn't it?
You can just feel it percolating. And you see, look at this, and you can see she wasn't going to take it. She waited that opportunity, and I'll tell you what, Angelina Love cost herself because Gail Kim was able to get over there and get a fresh tag into Taylor Wilde, who's ready to roll.
Knockout champ in charge, off the clotheslines. There's a drop kick right into the chest of Velvet Sky. Waits, and as Angelina comes, she connects with the tilt-a-whirl. Got her with the backbreaker. Both ways, hook, Kong in for the save.
Wow, Kong showing unbelievable quickness for a woman of that size. One thing that scares me here for Gail Kim and Taylor and ODB is that Awesome Kong had a good rest in that corner. Angelina Love took a lot of the brunt out there and inflicted some damage. You like the way Gail Kim, though, used the back of Taylor Wilde to get an extra shot. Look at her. She just comes right after Kong. Wow, that's the strength.
Oh, this thing has broken down now. We talked about how great Tracy did in maintaining control of this match, but now all 6 of the knockouts fighting both inside and outside of the ring. There goes Gail into the guardrail.
Oh, Awesome Kong just inflicting damage now as Gail Kim's got to get away from her. Look at her applying that boot into the steel rail, and look where her head is there. Oh, what a shot by Angelina Love on Taylor Wilde. Caught her right in the mouth with that kick.
Well, you're right. Unleashed a drop kick, and you can see Taylor Wilde holding her mouth, checking to see if she lost any teeth as Kong gets sent right into the steel post.
Well, that's Gail Kim. She'll take advantage of an opportunity, and she had to. It was desperation. Oh, you can see. Wait, look at this quick roll-up. 1, 2. She got it.
Here are your winners, ODB, Gail Kim, and Taylor Wilde.
TNA Knockout Champion, right place, right time. Angelina Love of the belt of the beautiful people. She gets pinned. Nice roll-up victory for the champ.
Well, Taylor Wilde, we've talked about it. She is someone that understands what the word opportunity means. And when she gets the chance and she sees that opportunity, she doesn't hesitate for a second.
Great win for ODB, Gail Kim, and the knockout champ, Taylor Wilde. Now let's send it to Lauren with Team 3D.
Devon, get your hand off of
What?
mine.
What? Devon, if you just touched her butt, you're going to have to wash your hands.
Bro.
And you,
Oh.
keep your mouth shut and just follow us. I'm telling you, he's up here.
Here we
Let's
go
go.
again.
Come on. Stay.
I really don't think he's up here. I haven't seen him all day.
Shut up. He's up here. Hey, Sting.
Sting. Dude.
Oh, my God. What's wrong with you?
Whoa. Are we getting this?
Getting what?
You're afraid of heights.
No,
He's afraid of heights, isn't he? Tell me he's afraid of heights.
Stop it. Stop. Say he's not afraid of heights.
Oh, I don't know. You said I was
Stop
so
it.
boring, but isn't it pretty exciting
No, stop
right
saying it.
now?
Stop saying it. Stop it. Stop it. Listen, Sting. Sting, we know you're up here, bro.
Oh,
We just wanted to come and say hello.
dang, that's a
Let
big
you know,
bad wrestler's afraid of heights.
We want to let you know that we got your back. And, you know, a lot of people talking trash, bro. But, we got your back, and we're here. And, Devon wants to say something to you now.
Yeah, relax. Would you relax?
I'm cool.
All right. Yes, Sting. Yes, Team 3D. We're behind you 110%, and whatever you want to do.
And Sting, by the way, you know, if you feel like it, buddy, you know, when we're having that Jersey Street fight against Christian and Rhino, you know, feel free to swoop down and, you know, take out that big black bat of yours. Not you, Devon. And, you know, just whack one of those guys over the head because
We got your back, bro, and we're gonna get out of here now because Devon's afraid of the dark. Come on,
I'm not afraid of the dark.
No. Yes, you are.
Way.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm not afraid of
You
the
are.
dark. I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
Guess who's asking about you today?
Who?
Nobody.
What?
I gotta go.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Boo.
Hey!
Beer Money Inc. Together, Robert Roode and cowboy James Storm have merged into a conglomerate that continues to cause havoc in the tag team division. As their stock continues to soar, they look to take the next step in the division and to collect all dividends in gold. LAX, after regaining their titles in May, they have taken on all comers and continue to be the most dominant tag team in professional wrestling today. 2 weeks ago, Beer Money Inc. stole a shot at the TNA World Tag Team Championship, becoming the #1 contender with another questionable victory. Last Thursday, Beer Money Inc. took violence to the next level.
And look at this! They just grabbed Homicide and threw him right through the glass!
Has LAX finally met their match against this upstart tag team? Or will they find a way to stomp out this corporation and bankrupt their charge to the top? The TNA World Tag Team Championship is on the line as Beer Money Inc. challenges the Latin American Exchange.
The second of our 3 championship matchups tonight at Hard Justice. It's up next. The TNA Tag Team titles are at stake. Let's break it down. Let's look at the bullet points. Let's look at the taglines for this tag title match. It was 2 weeks ago on our Impact broadcast, Team 3D's interference enabled James Storm and Robert Roode to become the #1 contenders. Then, this past Thursday night, 3D had a table for Rhino, but Beer Money ended up putting Homicide through the glass. It was just 3 nights ago. Homicide hospitalized. Tonight we find out how much his injuries affect the Latin American Exchange in the title match against Beer Money.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers, accompanied to the ring by the pride of Tennessee, Jacqueline, Cowboy James Storm and Robert Roode. They are Beer Money Incorporated.
We knew that the level of violence would escalate as we headed into Hard Justice, our most hardcore pay-per-view of 2008. What became painfully obvious is that this tag team, James Storm, Robert Roode, Beer Money Incorporated, accompanied by Jacqueline, they will do anything, and I mean anything, Don, to get a situation where they have LAX at a disadvantage, as we saw Thursday night with Homicide going through the glass table.
I mean, we heard Team 3D tell how they were going to put Rhino through that table. They saw that opportunity. They put Homicide right through the glass. And remember, the glass around his eyes, that injury, Hernandez is going to have his work cut out for him tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome the TNA World Tag Team Champions, representing the Latin American Exchange, Homicide and Hernandez, accompanied by Hector Guerrero Salinas, and performing the LAX theme song, Filthy!
This is LDS the best, and we want to test. Ain't no time to mess with 40
Latin American Exchange make their way down the entrance ramp and into the six-sided ring. Pretty obvious there that Homicide is still suffering some of the after effects of being put through the glass table. Don, it looks like he's got a bandage right on the side of his eye. We wondered Thursday night if there would be damage to the eye of Homicide.
Well, I'll tell you, he's lucky that it didn't go in the cornea or something and cause blindness. He's going to have to be careful. And look at this. Hernandez decides to dictate the pace. He goes right after it. Homicide doing the same thing. Homicide, I think, is going to let them know. If you think I'm not going to be 100%, well, you're wrong. I don't know that he is, but he's sure not showing any else. That's the way he starts this thing out, Mike.
How about LAX jump starting this match? And you know what? That's one time where I can say I don't blame him in the least. Get that upper hand early here, especially after what they put Homicide through just 3 nights ago, hospitalized in Orlando, Florida.
Well, one thing they've got to be careful, though, is I know you're angry. I know you're mad. I know you want to get revenge. But this is for the Tag Team Championships. You got to make sure you keep that focus at all times. Don't burn yourself out too early. One thing we know about Beer Money, Robert Roode, James Storm are resilient, Mike. They're the kinds that they'll take anything you give them. They'll take it, they'll take it, they'll take it, and then they'll turn it around, and they just get better and better working as a tag team.
Finally, you hear the opening bell for this match, and LAX still in control. Homicide leaves his feet, drills Robert Roode, gonna follow up, and here comes Big Supermax Hernandez in for an assist. Here's the double team.
Well, nice combination. That's what they've got to do. Oh! I mean, this guy is, sometimes he's just not even human. He's so strong. And look at this. Get ready to catapult him right into it. And here comes the drive-by. Wow. What happened to this?
You're not kidding, right across the chest of Robert Roode. And as Storm comes in, he's met. Homicide and Hernandez going to double team on the Tennessee Cowboy as well.
Well, look at
that leapfrog. Oh, right into the spinning neck breaker.
I mean, that's the reason they call him Supermax. He just does things that defies gravity for a man that size. But I'm telling you, he's going to have to carry a lot of the load. And look at this. Just holding James Storm up there effortlessly, letting that blood rush to his head. Homicide makes sure that Robert Roode doesn't stop it. And look at this, Mike. He's continuing to do it.
First we see the incredible agility with the leapfrog by the 300-pounder, and now showing off that raw, pure power and strength, finally crashing Storm down to the mat.
Well, Storm has got to be dizzy, discombobulated, and he's got to find a way to get Robert Roode to look at him. He's just rolling himself out of the ring, and Homicide, though ready for him, grabs the hair and pulls him right back in. He's not done with him.
You hear Homicide say, no, no, no. Quick butterfly, snap-type suplex right on him for the cover. And I'm not sure whether he pulled up Storm by the hair or not, almost at the same time that Storm tried to power out. And you see Homicide just reel off those rights.
Well, I talked to Homicide before this, and trying to get any kind of a read on his condition. He wouldn't even talk about it. He said all he's thinking about is just the damage that they're going to do. And look at this.
Whoa.
Here he goes. Thought he was going to do a little tope con hilo, but he slid through, and Beer Money was almost waiting for it.
Out of nowhere, Big Hernandez flies.
And lands on his feet. And lands on his feet. I mean, it looked like Beer Money had Homicide trapped, and here comes Hernandez.
We got to see this again. Look at this. That's amazing. And you're right. Never missed a beat. Right on his feet. Oh, man, what power. What great agility. In the same time, we see the separate moves and then that combined move from Big Hernandez.
I tell you what, also he had the awareness of not hitting Homicide when he came down. He took out Storm and he took out Roode. Now look at Homicide. He's letting Roode know, you gave me this on my eye. You're the one that almost ended my career. And you can just feel a little extra oomph at every blow there, Mike.
Crowd here in New Jersey showing their appreciation for LAX. That was awesome, Chance. And there goes Roode, airborne, courtesy of Homicide. Right on him for the cover, and again pulls him up at 2. Not ready to get that 3 count. You can see LAX, they want to dish out a lot of pain and punishment tonight to Beer Money.
I mean, that may come back to haunt him because you want it.
You see that Jacqueline popped up on the apron, and the referee was distracted. What was that, Storm spitting the beer in his eyes?
Spit the beer right in his eyes, and now we know that eye's partially damaged. It's got to be stinging. It's got to be burning. And it looked like Homicide was pointing to the ref that they spit it in my eye, but Robert Roode, look at this. Just takes the shirt, wraps it around the head, and rakes the back.
Beer Money As we see now with a double team effort here against Homicide, as Storm and Rude try and shoot him off diagonally into the corner. They follow up by taking their own partner and firing him in as well. And then Storm off the snap mayor. Look at Rude snap the neck of Homicide.
Oh, you can see, look at the eye as the knee goes driving right down in the face, but Homicide keeps pointing at it. Obviously, he's blinded. Obviously, it's hurting. He's just going to have to fight through that and get Hernandez in here, or this is going to end here soon.
LAX, Homicide, Hernandez, Hector Guerrero Salinas, very closed mouth about this injury. If you ask me, I think that Homicide probably needs more of a patch on his eye, but maybe he didn't want to put it almost like a target.
Well, it just takes half your vision away, and you have no peripheral vision if you've got that patch over your eye, and you've got to be able to see as much as you can with Beer Money, but he's got to just get a tag. He's got to get Hernandez in here and then try to get that eye cleared up. Oh.
Rude lighting up his chest with the chops in the corner. Quickly, Homicide tries to fight off, cut off by Rude, sent off into the ropes. Tilt to whirl. Dropped him across the knee, back first.
I'll tell you what a backbreaker that was. 1, 2, Homicide, though, not even close to giving up on that. But, I mean, that's what Robert Roode can do. I mean, how about the speed in which he twirled him around before he put him on that knee?
Homicide into the corner, able to get the boot up. Just a desperation move, almost a self-preservation move. Lands on top and 2 count only. Might be wise to get Hernandez in while you had time, while he was still up. But you can see Rude takes Hernandez down to the floor. That lights a fire under Big Supermex, but also problem because the referee's now concentrating on keeping him out.
Well, Homicide, I don't think, knew where he was in the ring. I don't think he knew where Hernandez was. He's going to have to try to rely a little bit on his hearing, and Hernandez needs to be yelling at him, letting him know where he is so he can kind of fight his way over there to get a tag, because the longer he stays out here, Beer Money's going to make mincemeat out of him. He's not 100% anyway.
Double team suplex by Storm and Rude as Beer Money takes total control of this match. And you can see, just by his body language now, bringing referee Andrew Thomas in for a conversation, how much the eye is bothering him.
I don't know what Andrew Thomas can do here in this situation. And by taking that, it allows Robert Roode to get in there and try to rake it again. And that just sets Homicide off. But again, he's playing handicapped out there, Mike.
And just so much gas in the tank. You see him try and fight back with a couple of shots, but then taken down, tries to bum rush Rude into the corner, and here comes Storm in after the tag.
He is on the wrong side of the ring. Hernandez has got to be going crazy. He's just dying to get in. Only thing Homicide can hope to do is stay out. Oh, man, just right on the head.
Dropped right on top of his head.
2.
Storm follows cover. Barely got the shoulder up.
I thought it was done.
I thought that was a 3 count. I thought we were going to have new TNA World Tag Team Champions, but Homicide able to roll the shoulders right before the 3 count.
It's amazing that Homicide was able to get the shoulder up, and it's amazing that he's still able to stay out there in that ring with the punishment that he's been getting dealt to him. But we can't say it enough. If he doesn't get Hernandez, if he doesn't get Supermex in here quickly, there's not much longer he can last.
You're right.
There's no way.
Only so many lives left here for Homicide of LAX, and off the big knee, Storm back on him again.
Wow.
Still only 2. How many times have they had the near falls now on Homicide?
I'll tell you what, it was almost like he couldn't figure out what shoulder to try to get up. That eye is just kind of messing with his brain.
Absolutely.
He just
totally
keeps pointing. He
just takes him out of his game.
He's just looking for some kind of help, and it's got to be a fear. You don't know what's going on. In his mind, he's trying to concentrate on the match, and at the same time, he's wondering if he's blinded. He's wondering what kind of damage has been done. He's wondering about his career, probably. I mean, he's got to somehow worry about that later, Mike, and get over there and get his partner involved.
That's easy for us to say, isn't it? When you're talking about a man's vision at stake here. Rude caught him again, and, well, you can see the concern on the part of referee Andrew Thomas as well. Almost after every move, he tries to check with Homicide, but I don't think Homicide, under any circumstances, Don, is going to give up here.
No, I don't either, but one thing we do know, he's not going to get any mercy whatsoever from Beer Money. I mean, this is exactly the game plan that Robert Roode and James Storm had. They knew where he was injured the most, and they went after it. I mean, they spit that beer right in the eye, and they went after it from the start. Oh, Robert Roode just egging it on, and then puts a little snot on him. The series of 3 suplexes
You think that was a little knock at the Guerrero family? No question, as now he gets right down by Hector Guerrero before mounting the top rope. Here comes Rude off the top.
Oh, man. Oh, Homicide almost sensed it. I don't know if he saw it, but he sensed it. He could feel it and was able to roll out of the way. One thing about it, if Hernandez gets in there, he's going to be the freshest man in the building, and I would hate to be Beer Money if Hernandez can ever get in that ring right now.
Frog splash,
There
caught
he
nothing
is.
but canvas, tag into Storm, but so Hernandez is legal too. Slingshot shoulder block, running clotheslines for both members of Beer Money.
It was all about timing there for Super Mexes. He just let Storm come to him, and look how high he sends Robert Roode. Oh, he's just been salivating to get a piece of this, and he does the same thing to Storm. Puts him up in the lights.
Now he's got Rude shot off into the corner. Going to take Storm. Both members of Beer Money stacked up, and then Hernandez sandwiches him. Caught Rude a little bit better than Storm, who was reeling. Now he's got the flag wrapped around his neck and tossed him all the way across.
I mean, it's got to be a weird feeling when you go flying in through the air like that and know that Hernandez did it too. Oh, man. Because Robert Roode didn't get there in time. That was James Storm just gut instinct getting that shoulder up there, Mike.
Desperation move, but it paid off for Beer Money. They're still alive in the TNA Tag Team title match. Elevated goes Rude to the apron. Shoulder block from the outside. Gonna sunset flip his way in. That's a lot of power with Hernandez, especially when he's got both of those hands wrapped around your neck. Knee broken up, and then the enziguri, the kick to the side of the head, rocks him.
That's how you do it. You got to use the combination. Two. Oh, man, what a statement that would have been to pin Hernandez there. But I've talked about it so many times since Beer Money has joined forces. You've got to respect what they can do in the ring. They are so talented, and they're learning each other every week. But that time, they just caught two big clotheslines that almost took their heads off.
And Homicide asks for the tag from Hernandez, then goes up top as Beer Money turns around. There's a dual drop kick. One leg for Storm, one leg for Rude.
I'll tell you what, obviously he can see a little bit better, and it's got to make him feel better as he was able to somehow clear that vision. And oh, did he want to get a little payback. You got to give this guy props. I mean, he is just a fighter. He's a warrior. That's what Homicide is, man. He's just got that street thug in him, and he uses it to his advantage.
Snaps off the suplex, but then Jacqueline pops up on the apron, hooks the leg of Homicide, but he's able to shrug her off. From the top, he hit the splash. Here we go.
1, 2. Oh, I thought they retained. Oh, was that close as James Storm again gets the shoulder up at the last second. And I mean, that was 2.99 there.
Able to float over here on Rude is Homicide, then shot off into the ropes. High angle spine buster.
Oh, he just went right into him. It was exactly the way Robert Roode planned it out and just used that extra force. Hernandez not even waiting now. He's coming in. He wants to do some damage. Look at this.
Oh, gut wrenches him up to his shoulders. Then the fall-away slam as Storm comes at him. Oh, he just got stabbed in the back out of nowhere.
I'll tell you what, though, use those knees and just put him in their sharp. Look at Homicide. Yeah, he's able to come right back on Storm, and now Storm trying to get out of the ring as they're trying to regroup.
Ringo cutter on Storm. Both members of Beer Money roll out to the floor, at least at this point for them, being able to avoid a pin. But keep your eyes on the ring. Keep your eyes on the tag champs. LAX has got something up their sleeves.
Oh, it's almost like they're arguing about who's going to do what. I see Homicide saying, do it. He's trying to get him fired up, telling him to do it. Oh, look at him.
What?
He's going to use him. That's what he's doing. He's saying, take me.
What?
Border toss me. Oh,
my God.
Using his own guy as a weapon. He didn't want to do it. Unfreaking believable.
He threw him over the top of the post. Come on, guys, give us another look.
Look at this. Homicide asked for it, and he used his body. And what a border toss. That's got to be a world record border toss right there.
Oh, somebody get the tape measure for that one. You're not kidding. As blood flows down the side of Hernandez's head, Big Supermax realizes that he's got Rude in a compromised position here. Can LAX put him away and keep the tag titles?
Oh, they're feeding off of it now. The crowd's now so behind him. Oh, what a great move by Robert Roode as he just let Hernandez in motion take over, pulled the ropes down, and now Hernandez. Oh,
Look at this, Homicide using a water bottle here at the broadcast table to try and wash his eyes out.
Oh, again, that eye. It's just he's so gutsy and he keeps coming back. And look at this
Oh,
guy. You got
Salinas and Jacqueline going at it. Hector trying to keep them separated. Good luck.
I'll tell you what, Hector, you ought to take a few shots yourself while you're at it. Oh, he went for the last call, but he missed it. And this, look at this. Here he comes.
Gringo Killer.
Gringo Killer, can he hit it? Oh, but look, watch out for Rude. Oh, that beer bottle right in the eye.
Right in the eye. Damn you.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. It's done.
Here are your winners.
Sorry
and
about your damn luck.
World Tag Team Champions, hereby incorporated.
He hit him right in the eye with the beer bottle.
I didn't even think they could stoop that low. I mean, what an effort. Homicide grabbing water bottles off anywhere he could find just to try to clear it. And look at this, Hernandez is furious. He's irate, but he's got to watch these guys hold these belts up. And look at Homicide squirming on the ground. He's in such severe pain.
It's almost as if Hernandez is standing guard over his fallen tag team partner. The beer bottle directly into the previously injured eye of Homicide enables James Storm and Robert Roode to do it. They defeat the three-time TNA World Tag Team Champs and Beer Money Incorporated. They've won the gold.
Let's show you what happened. Folks, watch how low they stooped here. There's the shot. Robert Roode takes the beer bottle right into the eye, and that allowed James Storm to get the pin. And now Beer Money, the new TNA Tag Team Champion.
Hold on a second, Don. TNA cameras have followed Kevin Nash high above the rafters. He's with Sting.
Steve, man, we go back a long way. I've seen you like this before. I got a pretty good idea. I know what's going on in your head. Man, I'm telling you, these guys, they don't know. They don't understand.
Oh, Kevin, they know. I promise you, they know.
Well, there's got to be another way to go about this besides what you're going to do.
No. Nope, Kevin. There's no other way. You know it, and I know it. Period. No other way, Kevin.
I mean, can you give me a minute?
Man that you're gonna marry tonight is not Jay. It should be me.
Have you asked her what's in her heart?
I feel like we should postpone the wedding.
Bottom line, how's it love?
Beyond the jealousy.
Yeah, that guru broke the soul on himself.
The bitterness.
Sanjay has feelings for me. What do you want him to do?
I want him to take a left at the fork and get the hell off the road.
And the betrayal.
Where's your ring?
I must have lost it.
You lost it. You lost it. How did you lose it? You know what? No, I think I can take a hint, Val. You know what? I don't think you ever wanted to marry me in the first place.
Limits were pushed. Lines were crossed. And true colors have shown through.
Val, listen to me. I would never take your ring.
The Guru, Sanjay Dutt. The Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. The well of friendship was poisoned. Now the feud between them is filled with venom. Black Machismo, Jay Lethal battles the Guru, Sanjay Dutt, in a black tie brawl and chain match.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a black tie brawl and chain match. In this match, wrestlers are chained together. A wrestler wins when he strips the tuxedo off his opponent or pins his opponent. Introducing first, from Bombay, India, he is the Guru, Sanjay Dutt.
Not exactly sure where to go first here. To concentrate on the creepiness of the Guru, Sanjay Dutt, or to comment on what we just witnessed involving Sting and Kevin Nash, with Sting repeating that there's absolutely no other way, and Sting not deterred in the least by Big Kevin Nash.
And it was obvious that Kevin Nash had at least had an idea or an inkling of what was going through Sting's mind. But the bottom line is Sting's got a plan, and we have no way of knowing what it is. Mike, you talked about it with the Guru, the creepiness, the way this guy is. But what really disturbs me most is that hold that he has on SoCal Val. You can't deny he's got some kind of power over him.
And his opponent accompanied to the ring by SoCal Val from Elizabeth, New Jersey, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal!
Had a chance to talk to Black Machismo earlier today, and he's so thrilled on as TNA makes its pay-per-view debut in his home state, the Garden State of New Jersey. SoCal Val accompanies him to ringside. I know many members of Black Machismo, Jay Lethal's family, are in attendance here tonight at Hard Justice.
Well, he needs their support. This is something that he's got to get closure with. And this is a great opportunity. I like what they've done in this match. You can see Jay Lethal's family right there cheering him on, letting him know that they're behind him. That no matter what happens, they'll always be there for him. And I think that's a good thing for Jay Lethal because he's just been so angry about the wedding being postponed and about what's going on with SoCal Val and then the wedding ring, the engagement ring getting lost, and you can see she has it on her finger now, and that's a great sign. SoCal Val showing support for Jay Lethal.
A little reluctant, however, as Lethal hands his glasses to her. You see Slick Johnson, the third man in this matchup, has got the steel chain. Yes, they will be chained together in this black tie brawl and chain match. You win the match one of two ways. You can either pin your opponent or you can strip the tuxedo right off of his back. Talk about the ultimate in embarrassment and humiliation.
And think about it. I mean, how deserving would it be? As you see the girl, he doesn't even want to.
Come on.
He doesn't even want to have that thing put on his wrist.
He signed for a chain match.
But I tell you, we talked about being humiliated by being stripped here in front of the crowd, and that's exactly what happened to Jay Lethal. He was stripped of his marriage right in front of so many people. And it's a great chance for him to humiliate the girl, but right now the girl is just fighting anything to get locked up, and Jay Lethal, he's already got it on. He's ready to go.
This situation that started with the jealousy of the Guru Sanjay Dutt towards Jay Lethal and SoCal Val has just turned so bitter here to the point that they are being hooked together with this steel chain. And how about Jay Lethal? Looks like Black Machismo's one step ahead of the Guru this time.
Well, you can see as Slick Johnson's putting the handcuffs there, or the chain on the wrist of the, oh, and now look at him. Slick Johnson trying to get control of this, but Jay Lethal's got a free shot here, and he takes it.
Why not? All that pent-up frustration that Black Machismo has had for the past several months, and he's going to take it out on the Guru, who's chained up to the ropes. And boy, referee Johnson's going to try and do his best to get that chain back around the wrist of Black Machismo.
Oh, I'll tell you what, though, you gotta like where Black Machismo's gone here. He's kind of gone the route that the Guru would go, kind of fighting him with his own battle. And that was a good move, but somehow Slick Johnson's going to have to get these guys chained together. And look at this! This time he uses the referee, who's just trying to somehow get order restored. But Jay Lethal taking a shot every chance he gets.
You're right, the referee was just trying to close that distance with the chain to hook it onto Black Machismo, and he takes advantage again of his situation by putting the boots to the Guru.
Well, you gotta like this, because this way, Jay, be careful though.
There you go.
You can see it right here in front of us. He moved in right behind him and used that chain as a weapon, and man, you talk about a chain burn in the wrong place. Oh man, that'll turn things around in a hurry there.
Right at the opening bell, and you see the camera with the close-up look of SoCal Val, and it's just so difficult to decipher what's going on in the mind of SoCal Val here, almost as if she's torn between these two, as the Guru Sanjay Dutt is on the attack, ripping off clothes already.
Yeah, hey, look, I can't see what all he ripped off, but I mean, he's just tearing at cummerbunds or something on whatever's on Black Machismo there, and now it's girl. He feels the tide's turning, and look at this. He's wanting to end this quick. He's wanting to, because he knows the longer he stays in there, Jay Lethal's going to get a shot, but Jay Lethal's now getting wrapped around in that chain.
Guru measures, connects that time with a shot right to the head, and then uses his boots, skidded right off the head, right off the face of Black Machismo. Of course, going to use that steel chain as a weapon, got it wrapped around his fist. Look out, measures, and fist drop on the way, but Lethal able to roll out of the way.
Well, and if he doesn't connect with Lethal, all it's going to do is just smash his hand into the mat like it did, and Lethal used that speed, got up to his feet, now running with the elbow and just clocks him.
Turns it around in his favor, and boy, he's just tearing right at the jacket, just ripping one of the arms off.
Oh, look at him, he's pulling after shirts, ripping
Buttons
after
flying
jackets.
Everywhere.
And another thing that does too, when you get those clothes wrapped around you in a certain way, it'll be a hindrance. And Jay Lethal realizes that, uses that chain, pulls him right into another flying elbow.
And obviously this one of the two ways that you can win the match. Strip the tuxedo off your opponent as Val looks on. And Lethal has taken control here. There goes the Guru, tossed over the top. But Lethal maintains the control right there by hanging on to the chain.
Well, you got to be careful. You better make sure you maintain control. Look at him. He just goes right over. Slingshots over the top and lands right on the Guru. Didn't see that coming. That was also impressive. And now pulling on that arm. But I'll tell you something that is amazing me is the expressions that are on SoCal Val's face. I don't know what it is, but every time Black Machismo gets the advantage on the Guru and starts pummeling him, it just bothers me that she's not there for support.
The situation here where I thought that the chain might limit what Jay Lethal can do from a high-risk standpoint. That's not the case at all. As a matter of fact, ever since he went high-risk, he's turned this match totally around.
Well, he's been methodic, too, in his approach, just measuring each shot. But one thing about Sanjay Dutt is he's so fast, he's so quick. And if he can take advantage of that speed, he'll do it. Now he's able to get away, and look at this. Pulling on that chain, Lethal pulls him right back into the rail.
And did you see Val as she walked by the table? You see that look on her face?
Which is almost like she's starting to cry here.
She's not happy with Black Machismo Jay Lethal and what he's doing in this chain match.
Well, you know what it is? It's you know, and the day you figure out women, you tell me. But one thing about it is that she loves the fact that he's got this crush on her. No, you can't deny it. She loves the fact that he feels that way about it. And it's clouding her feelings, I think, for Black Machismo. But right now, he's got the chain wrapped around the steel ring post, and he's just ripping and pulling. And
wow.
Oh, man, he just went too far there, and it cost him.
Had him in a situation where he was totally defenseless, powerless to fight back. But Sanjay Dutt just dropped down, and when Lethal attacked with that big shot, that big right hand, you saw that he went right into the steel ring post with it, and now this is the chance for the Guru.
That's the problem. He's just so emotional in this matchup. He's just really wanting to inflict so much pain. He feels that Sanjay's just ruined his life. But keep in mind, the Guru's just as motivated. I mean, he's got this sick fantasy that him and SoCal Val are to be together, and in his mind, it's just as strong as it is in Black Machismo.
Boy, that move really caught Jay Lethal totally unaware, as now Val's gone to the point where she's covering up her eyes.
Well, you know, and she's been through the history of both these guys so much. She knew him as best friend. Let's face it, Sanjay Dutt was the best man in his wedding, and it's just tearing her up, I think, to see the violence that has erupted from this whole thing.
Yeah, best man at a wedding that went totally south because of the best man himself.
Now, I don't know what she was saying there to Jay Lethal. I'm trying to read lips, but it didn't help at this point. But, man, look at that speed, that quickness. I was talking about it earlier.
Well, the quickness is absolutely the key. But Lethal explodes that time with a big shot, a big right that drops the Guru. And now he's got the chain, and he's got it wrapped around the neck of Sanjay Dutt.
Oh, he is pulling her. Look at this. He's going to wrap it again. He doesn't want him to slide out. And SoCal Val. And she's screaming at Jay.
I'm reading her lips. She said, Jay, you're crazy. Stop it.
Oh, look at this, though. He's got him hung, and I mean just pulling on it, torquing on it, and all it does is make it tighter around the neck, and SoCal Val screaming for him to stop. Oh, look at this. You can see Sanjay is starting to get unconscious here. Look at that. Blood vessels are breaking on his head.
And Val turns her back on the situation and walks up the ramp.
Oh, that's got to be just driving Jay crazy. He just can't figure it out. He thinks that if he can take care of Sanjay, everything will be good. And wow, he was preoccupied. Look what the Guru did. Pulled him right into the steel ring post.
He went shoulder first, right in the post, and a second time. Oh, man, was the limp form, the body of Jay Lethal just hanging right there across the corner as he drops down onto the apron. And now Sanjay has got a situation, Don, where he can put away Black Machismo here.
Well, just when Black Machismo needed SoCal at his side the most, she leaves, and of course he watches her, and all that did was gives the Guru a chance to catch his breath and turn things around, and now he's kind of putting in like a tree of woe there on the ropes and trying to pull the rest of that tuxedo off of him there at the top and just humiliate him right here.
One way to do it, pin submission, or by ripping the tuxedo off your opponent. And you can see that Lethal right now is down to just barely what does he have? He's got the cummerbund, he's got the shirt barely on now, but the Guru's gonna rip that off.
Still got the tuxedo pants on, but you can see now the Guru is just feeding off of it. He's feeling it, and he's just thriving on it. I mean, it's the mind games he's been playing from the start.
Also mocking Jay Lethal with the machismo-like motions to the crowd. Boy, Lethal slow to respond here, and Sanjay's right on him like a full-court press, tosses him out on the apron and fighting through shirts, fighting through clothes, fighting through chains. The Guru's going to do anything he can out here, and you can see the family members of Jay Lethal here. They're here to show support to their son, to their family, to their relative. And you're right, the Guru just taunting the family.
Well, you got to wonder what he's thinking. He saw SoCal Val walk out. Maybe in his mind he's thinking, yes, she's coming over to me, and now he's feeding off of that. It feels like a victory already for him, and he's just using it to just keep this momentum going. And Jay Lethal right now is just doesn't know where he is or what's going on. He's trying to figure it out. Desperation move he's got to use, and he just did.
And it's interesting that neither guy has really gone for pins here. They've been trying to use that humiliation, that embarrassment of ripping the tuxedo off as their best weapon. And boy, the Guru's got him that time, just able to overpower him.
I'll tell you what, though, they have been smart in the way they've used the chain. They have cut that distance, and they have pulled him in any chance they can to throw in an elbow or get a, use that chain to wrap around as a weapon. They've done it. Oh, he tries to use the backbreaker there on him, and now what's he going to do? Is he going to try to hang him here?
Nope. Instead, quickly goes out to the apron, and now goes springboard.
Oh, wow!
Lethal was prepared for him that time. Boy, did he snap the chain.
Wow, I don't know if you can see that. I mean, he went over the top. He pulled on that chain, and you can just see the Guru's body just jerk in midair, and he pulled him into a somersault and turned it around. Oh, and again, look at him just using that chain and whipping him across.
Yeah, like a whip from corner to corner, turnbuckle to turnbuckle. Lethal challenges him to get to his feet, and as soon as Dutt does, he's shot off. Great flying knee that time by Black Machismo.
And we've seen this thing turn so many different directions and kind of going for a lethal combination, but Guru able to stop it. Look at this. He's got it behind him, taking him up. Oh, it just turns him right around and puts him on his face.
Follow cover on the way.
One,
pin,
two,
leads to
no.
2 count only.
And that was close.
Look on the face of Black Machismo tells the whole story. A little bit of frustration at not being able to put away Sanjay Dutt. You can see still favoring the shoulder after going into that steel post twice.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. And think of the damage it does trying to whip a body using that chain. I mean, you have to exert almost as much on your end as the damage it does on their end. Wow. The Guru just using that cat-like move. Here it is. So close.
Again, a 2 count for Sanjay Dutt now on Lethal. Guru gonna try and drag the body of Black Machismo across. Looks like he's gonna go out first to the apron. Has second thoughts about this.
You can see now climbing, turning around, getting to the top. You better be careful. You know what happened the last time he tried something high risk. But again, Jay Lethal able to get out of the way and just he baited him into it. And now rolls him over. Look at this. Oh, wow. Just kept rolling, kept the momentum going. 1, 2. Oh, did he get it? No.
Boy, whole situation started with the attempt at the Hindu press off the top by Sanjay Dutt. It leads to Black Machismo turning it in his favor and almost getting the pin.
Look at this. He just goes right over and just some shots for good measure just to make sure that he can keep the Guru, to make him stay down. And again, as the Guru resists on the chain, he comes over and a few more pounds to the face.
Climbs on, mounts, reels off the shots, brings Sanjay back up to his feet, getting right in his face now.
Pulling on it, there it is, the lethal combination.
That time. Combination, backbreaker into the face plant. going to be able to go to the top here?
Does he have enough room with the chain?
That's the key. Going to try and go, I'm guessing, for that big top rope elbow.
Here he goes, pulling the chain back to him. Takes it up. Oh, hits it. Here we go. 1, 2, got him.
Here is your winner, Black Machismo,
The personal situation between Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal comes to a head tonight here in Hard Justice with Black Machismo emerging victorious in the Black Tie Brawl and Chain match, but at the same time, you've got to wonder what's going through his mind as it pertains to SoCal Val.
Mike, it's a hollow victory right there for Jay Lethal. He gets the win, the satisfaction of that win, but he also watched SoCal Val leave him. Let's go right now to Booker T. Sharmell.
I am here with Booker T and Sharmell. Booker, I have to ask you some insight on this, please. We do know Sting is here tonight at the building. My question for you is, what is his agenda? What is his purpose here tonight?
Jeremiah. First things first. Look around you. What do you see? I see nothing but crap. You see, TNA has put me in this situation again. You see, but right now is not the time. I will talk to my agent about that later. Sting and Sting's agenda. Of course, I know what Sting's agenda is. You see, Sting and I, we're like two of wrestling's crown jewels. You see, Sting and I, we think alike. Sometimes we are alike, and right now I think Sting has issues. Issues that he has vowed to take care of himself personally. Issues like Samoa Joe. You see, as TNA World Heavyweight Champion, I say to Samoa Joe, I do not respect you, Joe. Sting does not respect you, Joe. You see, Sting and I, we have paved the road that Samoa Joe walks on today. And what does he do? Come behind us and mess it all up, dumping a bunch of crap that we got to go out with shovels and shovel all day long. You see, we have put in a lot of work. And Samoa Joe, he is nothing but a backyard, trailer park, wanna be independent worker. So I say to Samoa Joe, tonight, I'm gonna prove why I am the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Joe. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship will stay where it rightfully belongs. More champagne, Michael.
They have thrown each other through tables.
Shiva now takes him and cuts him right through the table.
Gone through hell and back in Full Metal Mayhem.
What a beautiful crossbody block! Wow!
Ripped their flesh through panes of glass.
Think about what the damage the glass can do! Oh my God!
And now they go to war once again, Jersey style.
At Hard Justice, 3D versus Rhino and the Instant Classic in your type of match on Jersey Street Fight.
In a match where only men with the greatest tolerance for pain could survive.
You want to challenge us to a Jersey street fight at Hard Justice? We're from New York City. We're from Hell's Kitchen. We're the hardest in the hardcore. Who are you kidding?
4 hardcore legends in a match named for destruction.
You bring everything that you've got. We'll bring everything that we've got, and we'll see who finally ends who.
The Instant Classic, Christian Cage, and the War Machine Rhino face Team 3D in a Jersey street fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match at Hard Justice is a Jersey street fight where falls down anywhere and weapons are legal. Introducing team number 1, from New York City, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, they are Team 3D!
The theme of tonight's Hard Justice pay-per-view event is all about hardcore wrestling. It's all about violence. And I think we're about to get a pretty heavy dose of exactly that as we see Team 3D make their way down the ramp. Most decorated tag team down west in professional wrestling history. I thought so. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man, you get this anxiety level raises every time Team 3D comes down here because anybody is in their sights.
Anybody. Ring announcers, referees, even you and I out here at the broadcast table.
And their opponents first from Detroit, Michigan, the War Machine, Rhino!
And here comes the War Machine, full speed ahead. When he charges and hits that ring, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, they scatter. They drop down to the floor.
And his tag team partner from Tampa, Florida, by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, he is the Instant Classic, Christian Cage!
Gotta revert on to the video game entrance as we see Christian Cage, the Instant Classic, come out to a great response here in Trenton, New Jersey. Right around the corner, month of September, TNA Impact, the video game from Midway Games. It's coming soon to a store near you.
Oh, you're going to want to be a part of that, that's for sure, and get it as soon as it comes out, as it'll be coming out next month. But I'll tell you what, you got to admire the guts of Christian Cage. He called for this match. He wanted to beat Team 3D on their terms, and when you think of what he went through, when he went through that table, the serious damage it caused with him, he was out of the ring for 2 weeks. He told me all he thought about that time was what it could have done to him in his career. We saw how badly it caused Homicide earlier tonight. But
Here
now
we go.
the brawl just starts.
You're right. 3D tries to sneak in the back door. Rhino and Christian ready for him as we see that this matchup, the Jersey Street Fight, is underway. Weapons positioned all around the ringside area. See tables. I see stop signs. Keep in mind on
Detour signs.
Detour signs. Falls count anywhere.
Well, I'll tell you, this is the kind of match that I'm telling you, I don't think this arena is big enough to hold it. You can plan on it going all over the building. I mean, that's just what it is. And I'll tell you something, a game plan here really doesn't do you any good, because one shot from somebody from one of these stop signs or tables or whatever's lying around can just stop things for you and turn it around. You've got to always be watching. Be careful that you don't get hit from behind.
Brother Ray takes Christian, tosses him inside the ring, just at the point where Rhino and Brother Devon drop out to the floor to do battle outside.
Well, it's just been a fist fight here so far. And you can, oh, Brother Ray took a little too much time to run across, and Christian timed it right. And now he's going to use the ropes and come right after him.
I think with the history between these two teams, you can't expect anything less than what we're seeing, the violent fight, the violent brawl. Did you see that elevation? How high up into the air did Brother Ray just toss Christian Cage with the back body drop?
I didn't think he was going to be able to tuck his head in time to roll that over to land on his back. That's an athletic move, believe it or not, in midair by Christian Cage. That was, he set him up, I mean, up into the raft.
Yeah, just to be able to recover in mid-move like that, and we see Brother Ray's got a sign and cracks Christian right across the shoulder and the head with it. Well, good luck here. Referees gonna try and do their best to try and follow up. We're gonna go split screen as well. It's Brother Ray and Christian squaring off. Rhino and Brother Devon up in the crowd here at Hard Justice in Trenton, New Jersey.
Well, I told you, this building's not big enough to hold this kind of a matchup, and you can see the War Machine feeding off of that crowd. I mean, it doesn't matter where he goes. They just get behind him. But while he's up there posing, Brother Devon took advantage of it on that side. And you can see Christian Cage and Brother Ray just having a fist fight in a brawl. What are you, spitting into the handkerchief? And now it looks like he's putting it in the mouth of Brother Ray.
And he's spitting into a 3D shirt, wasn't it? And then choking him with it?
I'll tell you, Bill, this is the kind of match that you put everything at stake in a situation like this, as we'll see later on in the last man standing, and of course, the 6 sides of steel with the weapons. But these are the kind of matches that if the wrong thing happens, you can be put out wrestling for quite a while.
Beer shower, courtesy of the War Machine, and you can see Brother Ray as well being dragged by Christian anywhere he pleases. They're going to go up into the crowd too?
Well, you can see, I think Christian, he feels that the crowd's going to be a help to him as pulling Brother Ray through it, but you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You don't know who's a fan of who up there. You don't know what kind of a shot some crazy fan's going to take.
Oh, we'll do our best to stay on top of this action. It's next to impossible. We see Brother Ray just drop that time. Christian connecting with a right hand. Brother Ray down on the steps, and Christian's going to drag him up, and Brother Ray stops him that time. You see Ray scraping the back.
Well, the thing is when Christian turned his back to him, that gave Brother Ray a chance to do that, and that's just it. I mean, Christian trying to lead him up to the top. Brother Ray's following him. He's not going to back down. But when you turn your back on him, and now look at this. Brother Ray and Christian run into Rhino and Devon up there at the top.
Look at where they're at, Don. Way up above, and near the load section.
I mean, they're right below the suites at this point. You see Devon and Rhino trying to make their way, and Christian, it looks like he hit him against into the concrete wall. As Christian Cage has really been incredible here as he's been taking it to Brother Ray from the start.
And now Devon and Rhino still battling among the fans. You can see our cameramen as well. Boy, it's so tough to cover everything that we're seeing here. Oh, look at that. Look at how far Rhino just dropped down the stairs, and Christian came flying off the top there.
Trying to follow what's going on. Christian Cage took a leap from up there on the top of the steps, but the War Machine's hurt bad as Devon sent him flying down.
Huge advantage for 3D. You're right, Don, as we saw the War Machine Rhino go crashing down the steps. They make their way back towards the ring. He's dazed.
Oh, he is, and Devon's going to be relentless and apply the pressure. Just look at that, wicked shot after wicked shot to the face. As Andrew Thomas trying to get these guys back to the ring, but it is Falls Count anywhere. It doesn't matter. That's going to be a hard job to ref this one here, man.
You just see what Brother Ray did. He took the leg of Christian and wrapped it around one of those posts, one of the rails leading down, and as Christian comes down the steps as well.
I mean, he's coming down here on all fours. Oh, right here. You know, we're trying to watch monitors, and you got to be careful because these guys aren't looking at who's around. They're just trying to inflict damage. And look at Christian. You can see him just trying to get his composure back as Ray comes right after him, and Brother Ray just brings it.
Boy, he sure did. Drilled him that time right in the head. Christian as well trying to make his way back towards the ring. Brother Ray, what?
Holy cow!
You gotta be kidding.
Brother Ray trying to, one of those, can you top this? And look at this though, the War Machine turned it around, and one of those barriers there that you see on the road when there's road work being done, he was able to throw Brother Devon right into it.
How many times do you see Brother Ray go airborne like that? War Machine bringing a ladder towards the ring now.
Well, why wouldn't he in a New Jersey street fight? Anything can be used.
Big right hand by Rhino, rocks Devon, and another as well. Right here by us as we see
everybody scatters.
Christian coming in. Look out! Right here at the table goes Devon.
Nice kick by Christian, as you can see. Look at this! Oh! And the sign, it was like a trick sign, and it has the hard back, and he was able to use it.
I think one of the fans, Don, handed that sign in to Christian Cage.
It said, Christian used my sign. Well, he did. And it wasn't just a piece of poster board, I'll tell you that. Some kind of a road sign that he put the poster board over it.
Christian had his back turned momentarily. Devon on top of him. Now Rhino in. Here comes Rhino's shoulder block in the corner.
Oh, Devon just crumples to the ground. Right now, Cage and Rhino have the advantage, and they're feeling it. But again, though, they've taken so many shots. But now they're doing the double team. They're taking Brother Ray. Nice combination. They send him flying and have him land. Nice back body drop.
Yeah, payback for that earlier back body
They
drop
got
by
one for
Ray on
Devon.
Christian. Here it is, no double suplex this time.
I'll tell you what, they're working together, and it's a good thing that you do. But you've got to remember, though, to make sure you're keeping an eye on who's behind you. I'm watching Christian Cage walk in front of me, and he is limping. He hurt his knee coming down those steps.
Favoring his right knee, Don, as he came into the ring, and you're right, showing the after effects of that brawl here in the crowd, here in the stands. Look out, Brother Ray! Oh! First across the back of Rhino, then across the head of Christian.
That's what I'm talking about. You can't hesitate. You got to go for what you're going for, because if you give someone a chance to pick something up and crack you with it, it can turn things around in a hurry. Brother Ray looking for something, I don't know what.
I think he's surveying the scene outside to see what he can use as a weapon.
Yeah,
oh my God, he's picking up those, come on.
What on earth?
Picking up the steps. What?
You gotta be kidding. Look at this.
Gonna try and get the steps in. He tossed him into the ring.
He just threw it right into the middle of the ring, and now Devon. Look at this, Devon's got him. Oh, man, he just drives him right into the war machine. Wow.
A huge steel steps brought into play by Team 3D as they take control of this match where they're totally in charge right now.
Well, that's what happens. You get hit with something like that, and I mean, it's hard to get up from that. The damage was just so extensive, and now look at him just applying the pressure, grabbing the head of Christian Cage and putting him on the steps.
And you know, oh, my big shot right to the chest. Brother Ray went airborne earlier, and it looks like he's going to go again, this time the middle rope, but Christian goes up to meet him.
Well, I'll tell you, Christian can just picture that big body of Brother Ray landing on top of him with no giving those steps. And look at this, turns it right around and puts Brother Ray right on his face on the steps.
Drove it face first, right into the steel. Here comes Devon from behind on Christian, but Christian saw him out of the corner of his eye and hit him with the detour sign.
I mean, he should. Brother Devon should have taken a detour because he took a wicked shot. I mean, he hit him full force. And you can see Brother Ray trying actually to use the steps to get on his feet, but he's still groggy. Still groggy, and Christian Cage, he's feeling it.
Instant classic standing tall.
Wait, bye-bye.
Oh! Went to swing at Brother Ray, but Ray was able to move out of the way, got his head out of the line of fire from the full Nelson drop!
Just put him right there on his spine. You can see Christian bowing up. You can see what the effort did to Brother Ray as it cost both of them. Look at this, he's leaning over.
Here we go.
In, two, no! Close, but not quite.
All four of these men, Don, trying to fight through the pain that they've endured in this match. Right now, Team 3D by far getting the better of it.
That was a situation where Brother Ray just didn't have enough strength to play. Look at this. Do not enter sign. He creams Christian Cage. What in the world? Oh.
Like a big road cone?
That's right. With the stop sign there on top of it.
You can hear them chanting here in New Jersey, Northeast Homecoming. For Team 3D, they're insisting the tables come into play.
Oh, he's trying to drive it there into the crotch of Christian Cage, but he forgets that the War Machine was there, and that's what I mean. You turn your back on somebody for a second, look at him come through and hit him with that clothesline. But Devon was waiting for him.
Yeah, just the second. The moment that he hit the clothesline on Ray, he turns right into the power move from Devon. Devon stalking. Here he comes, and Christian put up the stop sign.
Well, Devon saw it, looked at it, just gore!
Here's the pin! No! Brother Ray breaks it up with a drop kick of all things. Christian to the top!
Here he goes! Just measuring it. Turns around, and there he goes. Nice crossbody block.
Cover.
1, 2, no! How close?
Instant classic goes high risk, almost pays off. Right back on it, unprettier attempt. Brother Ray fighting it off. That's a big man to turn for the unprettier.
Can he get it turned around? No, not quite. And now look at him. He's found himself on the shoulders. And Brother Ray just goes backwards, and he lands him right on his back.
Positions him up top, hits the fall-away slam. Rhino and Devon still battling. It's almost been done throughout this entire match that we've seen that pairing. Brother Ray and Christian. Devon and Rhino, and Devon gets caught with the back elbow.
Well, right now it's Rhino against both of them. Look at that, just taking the head and just slamming it into the crotch of Brother Ray. shot after another as the crowd counts with him.
Quick roll up on Devon. Rhino's got him.
No.
Power out before 3. Rhino gonna go to the ropes, get that extra spring, extra leverage. Both men go for the clothesline.
And you can see the exhaustion in everybody. I mean, it's just all you can do to put on any kind of an assault. After 4 or 5 shots, you're wore out. They've been hit with everything under the sun.
Brother Ray involving referee Andrew Thomas. Andrew not too happy with that. Instant classic up top. Christian's gonna go for the Hurricane Rana. Instead, reversed into a powerbomb.
He just couldn't get it wrapped around, and he didn't have enough strength to use his legs, and Brother Ray just sensed that one. He just let gravity come into play and just took him all the way and powerbombed him right in the middle of the ring.
You talked about how all 4 of these individuals are showing all they've gone through. Quick pin out of nowhere. Did he get him?
No, I'm telling you what, that was like last split second. Christian Cage realized that he rolls out of the ring. Uh-oh. Rhino just got a shot from that detour side. Holy cow. I mean, he also caught him with one of the corners of it. I mean, it just sliced into his back.
You hear the chant, "We want tables." Brother Ray looks to Brother Devon, and yep, they're sliding the wood in the 6-sided ring.
Well, Brother Devon decided if they want to call for it, we'll grab him. And another shot with the side. Look at that. Wicked 3 shots that he gave him, so it'll allow Brother Devon time to set the table up, and now working together, they're going to put it right there in the corner.
Christian Cage laid out, Don, here on the arena floor, not able to come back into the battle. Double team up coming. There goes the War Machine, but he's able to put on the brakes and then explodes back with a double clothesline.
They just didn't have the strength. And look at this. Rhino calls for a ladder, and Christian Cage is ready and sends it in there to him. And now, as they both get up, he uses it and takes them both out in one shot.
Both Ray and Devon go down courtesy of the ladder. A wobbly Christian Cage used our broadcast table just to try and get Don back up to his feet. He rolls it. What's Rhino telling him?
These guys are just going on pure adrenaline right now. They're not even thinking about it.
Rhino is sending Christian Cage in a state, Don, where I'm not sure he knows what he's doing, all the way up to the top of the ladder.
Holy cow. Here he is. And you can see he's having a hard time straightening up. Look at this. Rhino's holding the ladder.
Oh, boy.
Oh, what a frog splash. What a frog splash. Here we go. You can see Brother Ray, though.
Could it be a gore? Could it be a gore?
Gore! Gore! Gore into the table. Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the Instant Classic Christian Cage and the War Machine Rhino.
Incredible sequence of events that leads to Christian Cage and Rhino winning this Jersey Street Fight. Here comes 3D associate Johnny Devine in with the familiar kendo stick.
I was just thinking how great it was to see this matchup between these 4 and no Johnny Devine interference, and then here he comes, and look at this. Just using it to beat down the shots. The kendo stick shots right there on Christian Cage.
3D picking at the bones of Rhino. They've got something in store for the War Machine here. Devon and Devine, at least. Brother Ray laid out.
Oh, look at this. And now you can see that Rhino, he can't defend himself. Brother Devon just pummeling the back of his head. It's like the victory meant nothing here. You can see this Team 3D just wants to, they feel embarrassed. They're here in New Jersey. They got beat in New Jersey Street Fight.
Whoa, wait a minute. Here comes the monster, and look out! Brother Ray just tossed it over!
I'll tell you what, it didn't deter him at all, as he comes right in, and we've seen this emotion that overcomes him where he wants to rescue people in need, and oh, look at this. Brother Devine is cornered.
The familiar pattern that we've seen unfold and develop for the past month or so, involving Abyss coming to the aid, coming to the rescue, swing and a miss.
Black hole slam! He just killed him with the black hole slam!
3D associate Johnny Devine laid out. Is Abyss going to go back? Is he going to use the weapon?
Well, he's got it in his hands now, and they're just laying all around. The temptation has got to be humongous for him. As we know Abyss, he would use anything. We've seen him use tacks. Look at it, he just threw the candlestick down.
That's in the past. In the past we saw the Monster Abyss use any and every weapon available, every weapon imaginable, but no longer the case.
I'll tell you right now, Christian Cage and Rhino, we're sure glad to hear that music, as the beatdown on them was just relentless. And again, the Monster Abyss, can you believe we're saying this, comes to the rescue.
To the aid of Rhino and Christian Cage comes Abyss. We're going to hear what's going on in the mind of AJ Styles. Take it, Lauren.
Now, AJ, before we can get to your last man standing match tonight against Kurt, I've got to ask, did you get the chance to talk to Sting at all? Last week, it seemed like you had some issues.
Yeah, we had some issues, but we talked. We got everything cleared up. He said everything happens for a reason, and we'll talk soon after the match. So, water under the bridge. We got it.
Great. Well, that's a relief.
Good news. Good news.
Now, what about Kurt? Tonight, there's more on the line than just winning another match. AJ, there's pride, honor, perhaps even your dignity.
Aren't we past that, Lauren? Have you seen what I've been put through the past couple of months? Aren't we past that? No. This is personal. See, Kurt wants to hurt me, and I want to hurt you, Kurt. It's that simple. Kurt, you beat me, and you beat the best of AJ Styles. All I have to offer, because I'm leaving it out there in the ring. You may be the better wrestler, but you'll never be the better man. Never. Kurt, I hope you get up, because I'm going to knock you back down again, and knock you back down. Keep getting up. But at the end of the night, I guarantee you, I'll be the last man standing. I guarantee you, you will not get up. I guarantee it.
He welcomed him into the alliance and became his mentor, and the protege rose to new heights. The greatest wrestler of all time, the greatest young athlete in professional wrestling today, but an innocent schoolboy crush ignited incendiary flames of jealousy and rage. Now, hate has no limits.
Where's your concern, Kurt? You want to lay me out from behind in the dark? Well, I'm going to lay you out in front of the whole world at Hard Justice. I need a last man standing match. A last man standing match. I guarantee you this, Kurt. You'll not get up. Get up.
The line was crossed.
I turned a nobody into a somebody. Then what'd you do? You went and slept with my wife.
Bitter promises, brutality, and blood. Is this a last man standing match or a savage war where only one sole survivor will remain?
You want a last man standing match? You got it.
AJ Styles and Kurt Angle prepare for war in a last man standing match.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hard Justice continues with the last man standing match. Here are the rules of that match. A wrestler wins when he pins his opponent. After pinning his opponent cannot answer the referee's 10 count. Introducing first, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle!
It is time to settle what is quite honestly the most personal grudge, the most personal rivalry that we have ever dealt with in the history of TNA Wrestling.
Mike, there might not be weapons out here, there might not be street signs and ladders and tables, but it is going to be just as violent. It is going to be a war. You heard AJ Styles. He said that he will make sure that he's the last man standing, that he's going to see an AJ out there tonight that Kurt's never seen before.
And his opponent from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Earlier tonight in Hard Justice, we saw a situation where a competitor, Homicide, feeling the after effects of what went down Thursday night at Impact, potentially led to a situation, Don, where LAX ended up losing the TNA World Tag Team title. Also on that same Impact show, we saw the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle have his head split wide open. The ladder that came into play during a weapons-style gauntlet match just sliced open the head of Angle. The blood flowed like water. I had an opportunity to speak with Kurt Angle earlier today. He tells me he can see he's got it bandaged up, took in the neighborhood of 7 or 8 stitches into his head to close that wound. We'll find out if that big attack this past Thursday may hinder Kurt Angle tonight.
Well, one thing we know about Kurt Angle, he's going to be focused on the task at hand. I've never seen anything like it. The Olympic gold medalist, that was just one of the glorious things you've ever seen in the guy. Never had any quit, so you respect that part of Kurt Angle. What you hate to see is where this feud has become, all because of blind rage and a blind jealousy. Kurt Angle's convinced AJ's done something he hasn't done. AJ's just at it. I've never seen this side of AJ before. He's sick of it. He's sick and tired of being everybody's whipping boy. And I mean, you could just feel a mean streak in him here tonight. He wants Kurt Angle, and he wants to end this right now.
Boy, can't you feel the tension? And just as AJ Styles makes a move toward Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist drops down to the arena floor. Appropriate time of year with the Olympics going on over in China for the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle to face the phenomenal AJ Styles.
And you could tell Kurt Angle knows it. He knows right now he's got to be wary. He knows that AJ Styles is amped up like he's never seen him. Kurt's too smart just to go out there and just start a slugfest right now. I mean, he's a wrestler, and he's going to try to beat him at wrestling, but AJ just wants to hurt him, and you know what? Kurt's just letting AJ burn him bright right now, but he's not doing anything. He's not getting his hands on him, so it's going to be frustrating to AJ Styles.
That's really the key, because every time that AJ comes towards Kurt, he's able to move out of the way, and he's getting into the mind of AJ Styles.
Well, that's just what he does. I mean, that's what makes him so great. I mean, he really, you're looking at two of maybe the best two technical wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling. They really are something. Kurt doesn't care, doesn't mind the boos from the crowd. He knows, right? Look at that, just spit on him. He's doing everything he can to goad AJ to have things go his way. And now, look at this. He planned it, so he made it into the ring first, and he was able to set up the attack on AJ. That's what makes Kurt Angle so great.
Edge, Kurt Angle early on, playing with AJ's mind. AJ chases him around the ring and then becomes vulnerable as Angle unloads. Remember, a pin or a submission doesn't necessarily win you the match. It's step number 1, because after you pin your opponent, at that point, the referee will put in a 10 count. The wrestler who does not answer the referee's 10 count is the loser of the match.
See there, they're locking up AJ Styles and Kurt Angle able to use it and snap that suplex off, and just right now doing what he wants. He's going to try to grind him down. I mean, I've talked to Kurt even about AJ, and he respects AJ's ability. You can't not respect AJ Styles' ability. He knows AJ's younger. He knows AJ is quicker. But one thing he can't do is out-wrestle Kurt Angle. I mean, not in mat wrestling, and that's what Kurt's going to do. He's going to keep AJ grounded. He's going to keep using submission holds like this. He's going to try to wear AJ out, shorten that ring so it goes his way, and right now that's what he's doing.
Why wouldn't you? That's actually the perfect strategy for a situation like this. Play to your strengths, try and take away your opponents, and that's exactly what it boils down to. If Kurt Angle is able to ground AJ Styles, and if he's able to out-wrestle him. AJ turns it around, at least momentarily, got him in the corner, got that boot right across the throat of the Olympic gold medalist, and as you heard, the crowd here in New Jersey sounded like a split response in terms of the support.
Well, I mean, it's hard not to like both of these guys. They've done so much for professional wrestling. Oh, man, that German uppercut that he uses and just snaps, but look at AJ, just effortless, and how he can leap up, and he sets you up for that phenomenal drop kick. and there's nothing you can do. You just find yourself going at him. Oh, talk about clotheslining you out of the ring. I mean, it's almost like it's a fight to AJ. He wants a fight. Kurt wants to wrestle, and AJ just wants to get payback, man.
I think the key for AJ
Look
is
at
to
this.
put together the series of moves like this one, punctuated by a flip dive over the top rope.
You know, some people take too long to hit those ropes and run across the ring. He does it with such good speed. 1, 2. Oh, he didn't quite get the pin, though. That's what you've got to do, though. You've got to take a decisive blow like that so you can get the pin, and then you can get the 10 count. Let's look at this again.
Take another look at AJ Styles. Oh my, great move by AJ that time, flipping over, crashing on to Kurt Angle. We come back live at Hard Justice with AJ in pursuit and Angle going face first into the apron.
Well, AJ's just totally turned this thing around. I mean, Kurt was playing the mind games. AJ Styles was just so amped up, and now AJ's using that anger. He's just using that anger. He's got Kurt where he wants him, and everything he's doing, he's trying to cause severe damage.
Wow.
Ooh, you hear the sound of that kick?
It just echoed all over the arena here in Trenton, New Jersey. Stiff shot, a kick to the chest as Angle goes down, and AJ's right on it. He's just relentless, not letting up. Scoop, plants it, mid-ring slam. AJ.
I'll tell you what, he's just not doing anything that Kurt Angle had planned for him to do, and you can see Kurt, his game plan is totally going to hell in a handbasket right here as AJ Styles just hitting him with everything. Nice knee to the face. Look at Kurt trying to ward him off. I don't think that's going to work at all. That's just going to, oh, he set him off.
Sure did. Begging off and then taking AJ Styles and dumping him between the ropes, as you see. Kurt checking on his head and the cut from Thursday night.
Well, he's clearing the cobwebs too. I mean, AJ's giving him 4 or 5 good shots. Sometimes you just gotta get a little space. You gotta clear it. And looks like he's ready to go after it. He realizes he's got AJ now on his hands and knees. He better take advantage of it.
Now it's a chance for Kurt Angle to use those steel posts outside, those steel guardrails, much like AJ did earlier, using it as an offensive weapon against the phenomenal AJ Styles. Angle motioning around the ringside area to clear things out, warning the ringside fans, then takes AJ, shoots him across, and AJ just leapfrogged right over the rail and then caught Angle coming in.
I mean, that time AJ goaded him, and look at that. Oh, he comes in, but look at the strength as Kurt Angle catches him. Oh, wow!
You see Angle shook his head when he caught him in mid-move, almost like you're not going to show me up, then takes him, flings him overhead, and Styles just crashed right into the guardrail. Guys in the truck, show us that one more time.
Watch how he turns around, knows where he is, and then here it is, just suplexes him right there into that steel rail. You can see the top of that rail hit the back of AJ.
On him, pin, 2. AJ rolls the shoulder before 2. Again, keep in mind, a pin is just step number 1 in this last man standing match, because after the pin, it's the referee's 10 count that will ultimately decide it. Face first, steel steps. AJ in trouble at this point, and you can just tell that Angle loves every second of it.
And this thing is just going in waves. When it turns, and right now it's all Olympic gold medalists, and one shot wasn't good enough. He wanted another one, and that's the kind of thing you got to do. Basically, you've got to beat your opponent so bad that when you pin him, he doesn't even realize it. So that way he can't get up after 10 count. He's not even there. But look at AJ. That's something about him. He has no quit. I think he's knocked that bandage off the head of Kurt.
And then he reels off a series of shots, Don, right into the area where it was stitched up. AJ in pursuit, Angle trying to escape, but AJ's right on it. Catches him with another shot. Angle backing up. Now able to turn it around with the distance in between, catch him with the boot. Dangerous place up on the ramp. AJ blocks the suplex.
You can see him use that leg and wrap it around the knee. AJ's able to turn it and he suplexes him on his back. And again, you can see Kurt Angle bowing up on that ramp. Here we go. 1, 2. No. Nobody's yet even scored a pin. I mean, these guys are beating each other. They both might not be able to handle a 10 count at this point.
AJ first to his feet. Angle now back up as well. You can see AJ still favoring his back. Kurt trying to escape, going up the ramp. Boy, it's dangerous up there.
AJ's got to be careful. He just keeps pursuing, and we've seen Kurt lead him where he wants to lead him, taking shot after shot. AJ, though, is just one-track mind focused, 3 good shots to the head.
Oh, boy.
Leaning back. Oh, but again he ducks. Oh, man!
He just suplexed him off the ramp right down to the concrete floor.
The only thing that may have saved AJ there was he was able to flip around and somehow land feet first. But look at this! Kurt does a somersault right off the top and lands on AJ. Wow!
That's a case where he's showing up AJ Styles by beating him at his own game.
That's just something you think of AJ doing, not Kurt Angle at this point. Again, can't get the 3 count. Ripping Rudy Charles right there on the spot. But you got to give AJ credit.
Angle back on him, grabs the side headlock. Now going to take him, I'm presuming, back towards the ring area. Series of shots to the top of the head while he's pulling his opponent down the runway. AJ holding on, trying to grab a waistlock.
Be careful.
Angle's got him. Look out right here. Face first goes AJ to the table.
Just knocked him right into the announce table. And AJ Styles on his back, and I'm looking at it. He looks dazed. I mean, Kurt just now methodically taking over and taking advantage of this and rolls AJ into the center of the ring.
Think of what AJ Styles has gone through here in the last couple of minutes, being tossed into the guardrail, then being sent off the entrance ramp down onto the concrete floor with a suplex by the Olympic gold medalist.
Oh, what a kick to the ribs. Again, you can hear it all the way through the auditorium here. 1, 2, not enough. 1, 2, not enough.
Just relentless, isn't he? Backbreaker, quick follow, pin attempts lead to a pair of near falls, and Angle goes back to wearing down AJ Styles, and again, his game plan pretty obvious, keeping AJ grounded, not allowing AJ to go for those top rope high-risk moves.
And I'll tell you what, also hitting some of the same things that we've seen AJ Styles hit so many times. That's kind of his way of getting into his mind, saying, hey, I am so multi-dimensional. And that's what both these guys are. But right now, Kurt's just trying to take that air out of AJ. Anything you can do. So maybe even kind of lull him into an unconscious state where you can get the pin and there's no way that they can stay in the 10 count.
AJ back up to the vertical base. Needs to be up on his feet if he's going to be able to defend himself. If he's going to be able to get any kind of offensive moves in at all against Angle. But Kurt maintains that grip. He's just not letting go.
No, just holding it tight. AJ's got to be losing strength. I mean, you wonder if his vision's getting blurry. Look at that. Able to break out of it and still able to hit the kick to the side of the head. He is phenomenal, and man, you can feel that one into the ribs of Kurt Angle.
One of those desperation moves that definitely paid off for AJ Styles. He just unleashed it in a moment where Angle never saw it coming. Sets him up in the corner, reels off that chop to the chest. Gonna try and fire Angle across, and here he goes, but Kurt turns it on him. Look at the float over by Styles.
Oh!
Angle went into the corner turnbuckle, and then AJ caught it.
I mean, he just wound up and knife edge chopped the hell out of him right there. Oh, look at this, though. Right into Kurt, and you talk about releasing him. Holy cow, Mike. Oh, look at that smirk, too. He knows that was impressive.
Tremendous move by Kurt Angle. The release suplex tossing AJ overhead. And now, all of a sudden, another concussive blow to the back of AJ Styles, and he's took several of them here in the past couple of minutes. Angle follows it up again by doing the same thing. Big body slam, follow cover, and AJ's got the shoulder up. Look, you can see the discoloration even on the back of AJ Styles from all of the blows, all of the offense that he's taken on his back.
I'll tell you something. Kurt Angle always goes back to the neck. He always goes to get those arms wrapped around that neck, squeeze as hard as he can. You can see AJ fighting for breath and the pain on his face. I mean, and look at the base that Angle's got there.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, you control the neck, and the rest of the body is going to follow.
And if anybody would know about what the neck can do, that's Kurt Angle. And look at him. Look at AJ, just screaming.
Well, you're right, it was Kurt Angle who won the Olympic gold medalist in Atlanta, Georgia. Won the Olympic gold medal, rather, in Atlanta, Georgia, competing with a broken neck.
AJ right now, you wonder what's going through his mind as he's in that spot. He's losing his strength. He knows he's got to turn it around. You wonder if he'll submit here. I mean, he's losing. You can see AJ's fighting it in a situation he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to submit. But remember, even if he does submit, the match isn't over. You've got to not answer the 10 count.
Angle turns up the pressure, just at the point where it looks like AJ is going to be able to escape the vice-like grip of Kurt Angle. Kurt just turns it on and just torques that head and neck even more.
Well, AJ gets to his feet, and that's a good thing for him. It gives him a little bit, and that's how he's able to break the hold. Just shot after shot. Be relentless. Keep coming and look at it. One after another, after another. I mean, now he's just throwing haymakers. Now the knees. I mean, he's just coming right after him.
Series of shots has Angle rattled, at least momentarily. AJ gonna try and mount an offense here. Angle shot off into the ropes. Look at Angle run those ropes, and boy, both men go for the cross body block that time as they meet in mid-range.
And I'm telling you, that was absolute irresistible force, an immovable object right there in midair in the ring, and both of them, it caused them more damage. As you can see, AJ holding his stomach, and now they're getting counted out by Rudy Charles.
Kurt on the verge of getting back up to his feet. Gonna go over to the ring ropes for a little assist. Still favoring, you can see Kurt favoring his arm as AJ unleashes a shot with the right hand. Another big right by Styles, and that time the clothesline decked him.
Another clothesline. I mean, look at this. That's 3 in a row. Just comes right after him, and you can see Kurt now gasping for air. AJ, you can feel it turning in his favor, but oh, that may have been a big mistake. Oh, again, a nice block, though.
AJ gonna go springboard off the top. Caught him with the shoulder block that time, and that one rocked Kurt Angle.
I think he might have been going for that flying forearm, but that's what he can do. You make a decision in midair. He didn't quite get the elevation he wanted, so he just took the shoulder straight in, and now he's got him on his back.
Backbreaker applied, putting the pressure on Kurt Angle's neck and back at the same time. Kurt trying to fight it off here, but AJ's got him up on his shoulders. Kurt gonna submit.
Spins him around and puts him right on the back of his head. Here it is. There did he get it?
No, 2 count only, says Rudy Charles.
Leave him.
Boy, just amazing at this point that Kurt Angle able to fight through everything that he's gone through in this match, just when it looked like off the backbreaker that AJ was going to be able to put him away, at least get a 3 count, and then potentially the referee's 10 count in the last man standing match.
I tell you though, these guys have taken such a beating that you feel like it's close. You feel like if someone can just hit the right shot, they can end this thing here. And look at AJ now pulling Kurt Angle to his feet. Kurt, again, look at he's setting him up for the Styles Clash. Look at that. Kurt grabs those ankles, and now he's got hold of it. Oh, just he got it wrapped in.
Ankle lock applied, and again, perfect ring positioning for Angle. AJ uses his free leg, however, to kick off. Angle comes at him again, and he just takes him up and drops him on his spine.
Nice spine buster, and just desperation at that point. You can see AJ, he can't even go forward and try to go for the pin. He's got to catch his own breath. I mean, these guys are gasping for air. Just gasping for it.
AJ out to the apron. Could be one of those opportunities here for him to go high risk. Angle's kept him grounded for much of this match. And just as soon as AJ starts to mount the ropes, Angle, burst of speed, comes at him. AJ catches him with a shot, and then Styles. Caught. Powerbomb down.
2. Oh! Now look at this. He's got him up.
He's gonna try and beat him with his own move.
AJ fighting it.
Now who better to know how to defend the Styles Clash?
He turns it into the ankle.
And now he's got Angle's submission hold applied on him.
How about that counter by AJ? And look at though now, if anybody would know what the ankle lock can do, it's Kurt Angle. But I'll tell you, the way he's got it cinched in there, I don't know what Kurt can do.
He's fighting through the pain, and at the same time, he's trying to position his body just a little bit closer to the rope.
And he pulls
as soon as he does, you're right. AJ pulls him back to the center, drops down and grapevines the leg, and maintains the ankle lock.
Oh, he is just absolutely beating Kurt Angle at his own game, and he taps out.
That is step number 1 in this last man standing match. And you know what? Maybe not the worst strategy to tap out so that you don't injure that ankle too severely.
Yeah, it's a good move. But another thing, though, he's got to be able to stand. He's got to be able to get up as we're at the count of 3. And by injuring that ankle, he might not be able to hold his weight. And he might not be able to stand on his feet.
We're halfway home. The count must go to 10.
Ankle.
We're at 6 right now. 7 count.
Oh, this is getting close. 8. Kurt Angle hears it now. I don't think he's going to get up. It's like he's going to give up. And oh, look at this. That is just pure
Guts.
will and effort.
And guts and determination as well. Elevated over. Angle trying to maintain his base in spite of having the ankle injured. AJ back in, rocks him with a right. That one on the point of the jaw. Styles springboard back. Gonna go for that reverse DDT. Instead, you're right. Cheap shot by Kurt Angle.
Wow, though, Kurt Angle, though, had to. In desperation, he had to make some kind of a move. You can see he can barely walk on the ankle. He can barely support himself. But AJ right now, he's just said stars burst in his eyes and look at this. Just gets a hold of him, and then these German suplexes where he just puts you right there on your back.
As many as he wants to give you, you try and fight off, but Angle just takes you overhead. Boy, amazing here that Angle's able to fight back after everything that he's recently gone through here and get enough power to suplex Styles over. He's got him over twice, and he's still got the grip.
Well, we've just seen amazing things from both these guys, but man, Kurt's not letting loose. I think he wants to give him as many as he thinks it'll take for AJ not to get back up. AJ's got to get out of this. He's got to get out of this. He's reaching for ropes, but it's not doing him any good. Wow.
Boy, that time, tossed overhead. Kurt the lateral press. Two,
no.
Again, might be a case here. You hate to say it, but if AJ, if he were even to get pinned, he'd have a little bit of a respite, like Kurt did with the, well, at least 9 out of the 10 count.
Yeah, but he almost risked it too hard and waited too long. That's a chance you take, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, the match isn't over until the count of 10, so it's sometimes you got to sacrifice yourself for the better good.
Went up for that slam, and then AJ.
Pele! Whoa, does he? It's amazing. You never, ever see it coming. But he's got to get up and get the pin on Kurt if it's going to do any good.
A glassy-eyed Kurt Angle, who's looking up at the lights, would agree with you at this point. You never see it coming. He just got drilled right in the head.
1, 2, hold. Got the shoulder up in time. I mean, it's just one of those things because his back's to you. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You don't know how he knows where you're at, but he does, and it always does it, and the desperation move to stop things. And you can see AJ now
trying to regroup out here. I think try and clear the cobwebs at the same time, get part of a game plan going as to what kind of a move that he can inflict on Angle. Watch Angle follow up in the corner again and rock him that time with the right, and then a shot to the back.
You know, you watch Kurt, he sits there and you think he's hurt, you think he's wounded, and he is, but he's also playing in. He waited for AJ to expose himself on the top, but AJ just keeps throwing elbows. Just keeps throwing elbows as long as they're connected.
AJ gonna go, it looks like all the way up to the top. Is Angle gonna be able to recover? Angle up, and Angle right behind him, and tosses him overhead again.
Just completely flipped him in the air. On his face, 1, 2, got it. No?
I thought he had the 3 count also. I think he got it. He did have the 3 count. You can see Rudy Charles now putting in the 10 count.
I'll tell you what, he's got to be dazed. I mean, Kurt threw him all the way across from that top rope. Think about how far he traveled. He's hearing it in his mind, and he knows he's got to get up, but sometimes the body just can't respond.
We're at 7, and it's 7, and just before 8, the second that AJ gets up, Angle hits the slam. Here we go, cover. Got him again. Another 10 count on the way.
The Olympic slam there, you can see, and now you wonder what AJ can take. That's what you got to do, and Kurt's waiting for him. If he gets to his feet again, Kurt's going to be ready to hit it again. That's the plan. I don't look at AJ. He's not even moving.
There. We're at 5 on our way to 10. That's 6. We're at 7. AJ reaching for the ropes to try and help himself up. And you know that Angle's going to pounce on him. He's barely up at about 8.5 or 9, and Angle's ready for him.
Well, he's holding onto those ropes because he knows Angle's going to take him up for another Olympic slam. And look at AJ. Oh, he's got it up. Styles clash. He hits it. Now he's going to roll him over. Get the pin. Oh, look at Kurt fighting it, but there it is. 1, 2, got it.
Now the 10 count for Kurt Angle. AJ hits that Styles clash, Angle down for the 3 count, and Rudy Charles. Let's see how close he gets to 10.
Well, these guys are just unbelievable, but what they have gone through is unreal. Now Kurt's not moving. You can see him taking those big, deep breaths. He's not getting up. It's an 8. Now he's reacting. It's a 9.
So close.
Oh,
Wow.
unbelievable.
Barely up before 10. 9.5 that time. AJ in, shoulder block in the corner. Gonna try and position Kurt up on the top rope. Well, you can see how dazed Angle is at this point. Let's see if AJ can put him away.
Well, this is what you got to do. This is the opportunity. You've got to do it now. What's he doing? Setting him up.
Suplex attempt, fought off with the series of shots into the rib cage by Angle.
AJ just barely holding on. Look at this. Kurt's got a hold of him.
Wait a minute.
No way. What in the world?
He's going to try and suplex him?
Look at this. He just headbutted him. He did. Oh, he just DDT'd him right on his head. Right on his head.
And he dropped him right on his neck.
He sure did. Oh, my gosh. No, look at, you can see him spazzing. You can see Kurt Angle's. Oh, my God. Oh, my, that's one of those. Oh, there's no way he's going to get up from that. Unbelievable, Mike. He, from the top
You see
rope.
that landing? And now the referee putting in the 10 count here on Kurt Angle.
You see AJ also trying to get to his feet. He's going to have to at least be on his.
AJ's got to get to his feet as well here, Don.
Kurt's not moving. I'm afraid of what we just witnessed.
I am too.
Oh my God, he landed on that
We're at 9.
neck and head.
We're at 9. AJ's up at 9, and Kurt Angle's still down. AJ's the winner, but you're right.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Oh man, and look at Kurt, he's holding the back of it. That's a one good sign. He's moving his arms, which is a good sign, but with all the damage that he's had and all the things that's happened to him, oh, that was bad. It was like he tried to suplex him and he turned it into a DDT and there was a bad landing.
Boy, it sure was. And you can see Kurt trying to fight through the pain. I think we're going to need some medical attention here for Kurt Angle.
No, we got to get him out of here. You got to be careful. You got to err on the side of caution with a situation like this as AJ. He's got to feel like he's exercised some demons here. Mike, he's got to feel like he's exercised some demons.
You look back at a match like this and you say, incredible effort from both, and you can see the concern on the face of Rudy Charles, calling for someone from the training staff here at TNA.
Oh my God, we saw it was such a bad landing. And Rudy Charles, they're coming in right now.
TNA trainers, some of the EMTs always have the ambulance station backstage here at TNA events, and you can see they're going to bring a neck brace in. They've got the stretcher in place here.
Well, they've got to do it this way. They have to do it this way. With his history, you have got to make sure he's had that neck broken not once but a couple of times. And oh my God, he's such. Again, you may not like everything he does and stands for as you see him put the brace on, but you got to respect that guy in the ring. I mean, he's just a warrior. AJ feels bad after himself.
You can see that AJ's
check
coming
on
back
him.
to the ring area to check him. Wait a minute.
Look at this. He just, oh my God.
What is this?
AJ goes right after again and puts him on his head again.
What the hell
is he
are we
doing?
saying here? And look at him right in Angle's face. I mean, we talked about how this thing was personal, but he knocked him off the stretcher and then dropped him on his head again.
AJ Styles is just snapped. I mean, we've not seen this side of him. I mean, he's such a competitor. It's always been about competition, but he saw a vulnerable Kurt Angle there. I can't believe it. AJ literally knocked him off of the stretcher and then hit him with another one.
AJ Styles interrupting the EMTs.
What?
What's going on?
What's happened here?
I don't know. The lights are out here.
Look at this! Sting's got him!
Sting's got AJ. Wow! Scorpion death drop by Sting on the ramp on AJ Styles.
He was waiting behind him and just put him on the back of his head.
What's the deal?
It's just unbelievable. I mean, you know, it was like focus. Look at this. You can see I saw a silhouette. There it is. It's Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash confronting Sting, and you can see by the body language of Kevin Nash is now referees, officials checking on the condition of AJ Styles as Kurt Angle is being helped from the ring. I'm just trying to regroup here and think this through, Don. I mean, it's obvious what we saw last month at Victory Road, Sting's attack on Samoa Joe, what we just witnessed seconds ago here. It's pretty obvious that Sting is trying to send some kind of a message. He's trying to make some kind of a point, but what's the point?
We don't know what the point is he's making. All I know is these attacks are unprovoked. He's just attacking them before they've done anything to him. And this time we saw it. I was like, what AJ did was just too much. Let's show you, if we can, how all of this came about.
Yeah, let's go back and revisit everything that just went down in the last man standing match here at Hard Justice. AJ early on, you saw the drop kick, you see the high risk moves there flying. Kurt turned it around at this point when he tossed him right into that steel guardrail. Then AJ back there, you see the suplex on the ramp.
I mean, it was just a war as it just turned around. This is where Kurt Angle turned it around on him and then started beating AJ at his own game. I mean, running, doing the somersault off of the ledge up there, and then he was taking it to AJ, but it was so back and forth. You saw that flying forearm, and then the Pele. And then things kind of turned for AJ,
Sure
Mike.
did. Might have been the tide turner, and there you see that bad landing. That one's tough to watch, guys.
Here it is.
We're going to take another look
Oh,
at
my
it.
God,
You're
right?
It
was like it didn't go. He was going to suplex him. And
suplex, DDT, I'm with you.
And it just
he got caught right up in the move, the suplex DDT.
Then I thought he was going to check on him. I thought he realized how hurt he was, and it was like...
Wasn't the case, though.
And then he decided to go back in there, and this is just the part I think, I don't know. But this is the part maybe that Sting couldn't watch, because look at AJ. He's just going after the injured man and just absolutely let him have it, and there he was.
Lights went out here in the arena, and then Sting with the Scorpion death drop laid out AJ Styles, and then the confrontation between Sting and Nash.
Well, you could hear Kevin Nash. He asked him, what is that? What was that? It's like he thinks he knows what Sting's doing, but until Sting explains it to all of us,
That's the key.
We'll never know.
I mean, if you think about it, what have we been saying for the past month plus? We just have more questions than we have answers when it comes to Sting's actions, and that continues tonight at Hard Justice. We're up next. It's our main event, 6 sides of steel for the TNA World Title.
The Phenom, the Legend, and the Icon. 3 men engaged in psychological warfare.
Sting! All of a sudden, he just decides it's got to be him to take Joe out. Why is Sting doing this?
Over the most coveted prize in professional wrestling today. The TNA World Heavyweight Title.
I proved to everyone around the world that Samoa Joe could not beat me. So right here, I'm gonna raise this title and declare your new World Heavyweight Champion.
Can Booker T show the world why he is considered one of the most elite professional wrestlers in the world today?
This is my 6 sides of steel with weapons. Weapons that will hurt a man real bad.
Or will he become another victim to the Samoan submission machine? Samoa Joe looks to take his title back.
Every day you hold that belt in your hand, you're a target to me. And I'll keep on hitting until you realize the mistakes you've made.
In a 6 sides of steel with weapons match. But will he be able to overcome the mind games from Sting?
Of Hard Justice, the champ comes for his belt. And Book, after I'm done with you, Sting, you're next.
The TNA World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Booker T and Samoa Joe look to settle the score once and for all in the 6 sides of steel with weapons.
TNA Hard Justice started all that.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our Hard Justice main event, the controversial situation revolving around the TNA World Title, finally to be settled tonight. And I understand that Booker T is on his way to the ring, and there you see it, backstage, the locker room area. Booker T with possession of the TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt, accompanied by wife Sharmell. But bottom line, that championship belt that Booker T wears out to the ring tonight is a championship belt that he did not earn.
He is the self-proclaimed champion of the world. Booker T, 6'3", 253 pounds. He survived a brutal beating by Samoa Joe at Victory Road and walked away in possession of the TNA World Championship. Now he battles Samoa Joe in the match of his making. 6 sides of steel with weapons. Is this the night that Booker T begins his official reign and finally fulfills his destiny in TNA?
It was 1 month ago at Victory Road in Houston, Texas, where Booker T, with of all people, wife Sharmell, issuing the 3 count. He left Houston with the TNA World Heavyweight title belt. Tonight, it's Samoa Joe's chance to get his title back.
Well, Samoa Joe let him keep the belt. That was the thing that kind of surprised everybody, but Joe used it as motivation. In Joe's mind, as long as Booker T is wearing that belt around his waist, then that keeps him focused on the task, and that's getting it back to its rightful owner, which of course at this time is Samoa Joe. You can see now Booker T, that look of pure dedication for what he's going to go through tonight. Buddy, you better plan on being hurt, because you're going to get hurt in the 6 sides of steel.
And there you see the man who's the real champion here, Samoa Joe. You'll remember that initially, Joe issued a challenge to settle things in the 6 sides of steel. But then it was the counteroffer by Booker T. He said, we're going to add weapons to the 6 sides of steel cage.
He is no stranger to brutality and brawls. A smash-mouth, ground-and-pound specialist, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, is the officially recognized TNA heavyweight champion of the world. Standing in at 6 feet, 2 inches tall, and weighing 290 pounds. The future of professional wrestling seeks to prove that the future is now.
About a man having something to prove. That's the case for the Samoan submission machine. Samoa Joe's heard it from everybody, including his mentor, Kevin Nash. Those words that must ring in his head day after day. You can't beat Booker T.
Well, one thing I've got to say, it looks like his mind's in the right place. He's letting Kevin Nash deal with the Sting situation, no matter how bizarre it is. Because if he's thinking about what Sting might do, and we know how unpredictable he's been, then he's not going to have the right mindset. Once he gets locked in that cage, he's got to think of one thing, and that's making sure that he's either the first one out of there, pin, submit, and bring home that belt where it belongs.
Samoa Joe circles the ring, circles the 6 sides of steel. We think back to April of this year when he defeated Kurt Angle to finally do it, to finally become TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Samoa Joe is a victory away from once again regaining possession of his title belt. to the ring. Jeremy Borash for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official, Mr. Earl Hebner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Trenton, New Jersey, it's time for your Hard Justice main event of the evening. The rules for this match are follows. The winner will be determined by pinfall, submission, or the first man to successfully exit the 6 sides of steel. Introducing, first of all, the challenger. He stands in the corner to my left and is accompanied to the ring by his wife, Charmel. He weighs in at 265 pounds and comes to us from Houston, Texas. He is the #1 contender for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World, Booker T. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, standing in the corner to my right, he weighed in this morning at 288 pounds and comes to us from the Isle of Samoa. He is the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, the Samoan Submission Machine, Samoa Joe.
What an interesting situation. To hear JB talk about Booker T being the #1 contender, yet he's wearing the championship belt, while the champ doesn't have the gold. But he now has the opportunity to prove to everybody, yes, he can beat Booker T. 6 sides of steel. You see the weapons in play, Don. I see hockey sticks, I see canes, I see trash cans, kendo sticks, lids, a little bit of everything.
Of course, the key to this match is to make sure your opponent is laid out, not getting up, so that you can just exit out of the 6 sides of steel and come on, walk over and take this championship belt. Yeah, it may have been confusing to some people, maybe watching for the first time, but you're right. Samoa Joe let Booker T keep that belt as motivation. Told him to polish it up. I'll come get it when I'm ready, because all he's heard is what he can't do with Booker T.
Well, I like that mindset as Booker tried to get a hockey stick and use it on Joe. Joe just came right at him. Just disable the weapon from it, sets him up in the corner, and right above us here, Don, you can hear those chops to the chest. Booker sent for the ride. Joe gonna follow up, and oh man, did he just drill him in the corner.
He just went right at him, and Booker T was waiting. Think about it, you've got weapons everywhere, but the actual ring itself right now is a weapon. The 6 sides of steel are unforgiving. They have no give in them. I mean, it's like hitting a wall, and it's like hitting a cheese grater. So you've got to be careful with that. It's not just about the weapons that you can get a hold of.
And again, for a second time, we see Booker T grab for a weapon, and Joe cut him off, not enabling him, not allowing him to use it, and then Joe catches him again, first with the elbow, and then with those very talented feet. Boy, he caught him that time and drilled him.
It amazes you every time you see it, how high in the air he can get those kicks for a big man. I mean, it's just, you cannot ever judge a book by that cover, because he's one of the most agile athletes we've ever seen, and that's right. At 280 plus pounds, this guy can do things that just defy logic at his size.
Joe pulls down the trash can, positions it for Booker, and then just caught him with that kick.
Look how he just completely, oh man! Just sits down right on top of the trash can and smashes it into Booker T.
Advantage here in the early stages of our TNA World Heavyweight Title, our Hard Justice main event, has to be Samoa Joe.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, that's where you could see, I could see it on his face. That shot hurt him in the back. I mean, when you do something like that, you don't think about the damage it can cause you. Now he's grabbing the kendo stick as Booker T's trying to get to his feet, and look at it.
Joe twirling the weapon around. Oh my, what a shot to the side of the head.
Oh, those things, it's unreal. You know, you see the trash can lids of the trash can, that kendo stick, there's just something about it. You can hear it, you can feel it.
Joe stalks Booker in the corner. You see the punches, the series of shots to the head, to the midsection.
Talk to somebody, and been hit by one, they'll tell you they'd probably rather be hit by a car door than a kendo stick across the head.
Quick reversal here by Booker, able to shoot Samoa Joe off into the corner. First signs of offense from the actual challenger in this match, Booker T. Now he's got Joe on the defensive.
Well, you can hear Booker T screaming. I mean, it's getting him fired up. Oh, man! He just crushed it. Crushed that garbage can right on the forehead of Samoa Joe and knocked him down, and now Booker. He's looking around. He's just got his eye on that hockey stick, and he wants to use it. And you can see he's looking at the back of Samoa Joe right now.
The hockey stick that Joe blocked earlier, able to move out of the way. Oh my, what a kick by Joe.
I'll tell you what, Joe just, again, just his quickness will surprise you, and right there he had to use it. It was desperation, because you see that swing Booker T took with that? I mean, he didn't hold anything back.
Joe's got another weapon, pulling down the trash can lid and circling while Booker's down, and now Joe's got the second trash can. I have a feeling that we know what he's going to try and do here.
Oh, he's going to ring his bell, and man, does he ring it. Both shots, look at on the back, and then one for the face. Holy cow, he hit him on the ears, the back of the head, and the face with the trash can lid.
A series of 3 shots leads to this, the pin attempt and a 2 count. You can hear Sharmell screaming at her husband, trying to cheer Booker on here. Joe methodical at this point, but it looks on like he has some kind of a game plan when it comes to using these weapons, and he's got the steel chair now.
Oh, he took a swing, and how about that spin kick by Booker T? As Joe missed with the chair, Booker just kept his motion going and just spin kicked it right in his face.
Had all that momentum behind the kick, and the steel chair went right into the face, as you said, of Samoa Joe. And now Booker's got the chair as a weapon, and Joe's down, back exposed. Joe gonna try and get back up to his feet. Booker's got it. Booker's got the chair. Almost as if he's waiting for Joe just to get up so he can hit him with more impact, and that's exactly what he just did. The knockout blow, the chair to the top of the head.
You can see where he caught him. I don't know if it was on the spin kick that he caught him there or right there. But Booker T has busted open Samoa Joe, and now look at him. Just applying the fist right there where he knows he's hit him hard. Oh, no.
Takes the trash can lid, positions it across the head and face of Joe, and drops down. Leg right across the weapon. And there you can see that Joe has been busted wide open, and the blood now flowing down, and look at where the blood's flowing down into his eyes. Could be a problem in terms of Joe's vision going forward in this match.
Oh, and you can sense it. Booker T feels it. I mean, he's got the advantage, and now look at that. Using that is it like an axe handle or something? Like, it's hard to see from where I'm at. Yeah, some kind of a handle.
Sure.
And he's just using it on the neck of Samoa Joe. Oh, Joe's just wobbling.
Look at Joe drop down to a knee at the same time that Booker goes up to climb the cage, and Joe is there, gonna try and cut him off. Booker trying to escape the cage, and they meet up at the top, and Joe with right hands. Series of shots by Joe, gonna try and snap him down off the top.
I'll tell you what, he just grabbed him by the neck, but I'm gonna tell you, Booker T not only hit his face on the mat, he had a bad landing with his leg too. As you can see, Joe, as the blood's getting kind of rolling into his eye, he's going to have to just somehow clear that out of the way. You got to wonder if it's affecting his vision. I'm watching him wipe it away right now here in front of me.
Also takes away from your focus, from your concentration on what your next offensive move might be when you're concentrating on the fact that you've got that blood flowing into your eyes. Joe with the right. Sets up Booker. You can see Booker's wobbly-legged at this point. 3 shots, 4 shots. Now Joe takes him and just drives him. And you talked about maybe the ultimate weapon in this 6 sides of steel. That's that steel cage, and Booker went right into it.
I mean, you're hitting a wall. It is amazing. It's because of the 6 sides of steel. It just takes away any of the give. And now Samoa Joe going to try to climb out of the cage himself and get them. And look at that. Booker goes right at him, and then just kind of slams him on his back.
Impressive power move by Booker on the near 300-pound Joe. The lateral press, and referee Hebner counts 2. Pin, submission, or escape the cage. That's your options to win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship tonight here at Hard Justice.
Look at Booker T. Look at this. He's just got a hold of him. He's got those legs.
Guillotine-style choke here, trying to choke the life out of Joe.
And he is twerking on that neck as he's got the legs wrapped around the midsection. And you can see Joe trying to get a base, trying to get to his feet, but at the same time, that blood's got to be gushing. And look at this. Joe's got his foot on the ropes. Nice.
finally, referee Hebner notices that and breaks that hold, breaks that submission move by Booker T.
Really couldn't scream anything at it. He couldn't say anything because of the grip that Booker T had around his neck.
Boy, Joe in trouble at this point, and Booker's got the weapon. He's got the trash can lid in his hand. But Joe's wobbly. He's up to a knee. He tosses the can, and then he kicked the can right in Joe's face.
Well, Joe has to react. You have no choice. It's being thrown at you. It's just instinct. You're going to reach up and you're going to grab it. Booker T knew that and just followed it with a kick. Here we go.
Pin.
One,
Here's
two. Joe's right there. He knew where he was. Great ring awareness.
Certainly. The ring positioning of Samoa Joe and realizing that he was close to the ropes and able to get the break as Booker went for the pin. Charmel obviously not happy with that. Neither is Booker T, who's now trying to intimidate Earl Hebner.
Well, the bottom line was Earl made the right call in this situation. And he just got to focus on the task at hand. Now he goes right back to where he bloodied him up and just putting those fists right into the forehead.
Joe down, and Booker going to try and climb up the side of the cage, but you can see that Joe's going to get back up to his feet. Booker makes it now up to the top rope. Joe reaching for Booker to try and bring him back inside.
It looked like Booker, there he is, trying to kick him back down, but now Joe's up at the same base that he is, and look at the shots, they're just trading blows. It's got to be hard to balance yourself on that rope, and you got to use one hand at least to hold on to the cage.
Then Booker takes Joe from around the head, drives him face first. What? Did you see that?
Are you kidding? How do you kick somebody from that position?
How do you get your balance to be able to spring up into the air? And you can see Booker T dropping down and crotching himself there on the top rope.
I mean, what an opportunity it is right here for Samoa Joe. Unbelievable that he's able to get that out, and look at him, he's coming right after him, and what a clothesline.
Joe comes at Booker a second time, drops him with another lariat. Gonna try and shoot him off here, and does. Back first into the turnbuckles. There's the snap slam on him for the cover. Leg hook. Here's two.
No. But you can hear him. You heard that scream come out from underneath him. I mean, you could just feel the frustration. He knows he's turned things around here.
Yeah, you can feel the confidence level of Samoa Joe growing. Takes him up, drops him down, powerbomb. Booker fights it off, and then Joe goes STF here. He's got the leg grapevine. At the same time, he's got the crossface submission hold applied.
You can see him just absolutely pulling on the forehead, pulling back, trying to force Booker T to submit. Booker T just holding on. And look at this, he now grabs the arm and pulls it back, just applying more pressure and more things going directions they're not supposed to go.
Booker fighting through. You can see referee Hebner right in the face of Booker T to see if he's going to tap out, to see if he's going to submit. Booker trying to slide, do anything that he can to get his body near the ring ropes to get a break, and Joe hanging on for dear life.
You can see Booker, he's reaching out, trying to find a rope, and if it wasn't for them long legs that he has, he never would have caught it.
The way that Booker was able to position his body to spin it around, the effectiveness of the crossface was really lost by Joe towards the end of the submission move. Steel chair planted in the middle of the ring by Samoa Joe. Heads back to pick up a second chair.
Holy cow. Samoa Joe wanting to finish him off here, give him that death blow. As you can see now, he's got a hold of Booker T. Trying to get a hold of him, maybe hit him with a muscle buster on the chair.
One would think the way that he's got him set up on the top rope, but Booker fights back, and then Joe caught him again out of nowhere with the kick.
Unbelievable that he can keep doing that as long as this match keeps going.
That's really
and here he goes.
Muscle buster attempt here. Booker fights it off. Joe tries to get his legs positioned properly. Now he gets him out. You think he's going to try and do the muscle buster on the chair?
Oh, but you can see Booker T, man. Oh no! Look at that! This book hits him right on the chairs.
Just when it looked like Joe was going to go for the muscle buster, Booker hits the book in. Joe goes back first onto the steel. Hebner down, counts two only.
Oh, was that close? Nice counter though by Booker T. I mean, if he hits that on the chairs, it's over. He hits that muscle buster period at this point, it's probably over. But the chairs just would have made it that much harder, and he was able to, oh, look at this, here he goes.
Busts out the spinner, Rooney, back up to his feet, doubles Joe over with the boot to the gut. Here comes Booker for the axe.
What?
Wait a minute,
what's going on again?
Booker hit the axe kick, and then the lights go out.
Could it be Sting? What's going on? What? A guitar.
Knockout blow from Samoa Joe, leads to the 3 count. Samoa Samoa Joe has finally beaten Booker T, and he hit him with a guitar.
Unbelievable, the lights go out, so you're expecting something like that happened earlier. And the next thing you know, Joe's sitting there with a guitar in the middle, and here he comes out of the cage to claim the belt that's rightfully his.
Samoa Joe takes back his TNA World Heavyweight title. But I mean, think of that. He used the guitar. I never saw the guitar in play.
Could this mean, Mike, what I think it means?
Don, I mean the guitar could mean just one thing.
Does this mean that he's